This is a professional environment. Hey! Stop it! Stop!
Another day about the Waffle House shit got hella poppin'. One lady started talking that shit like she really wanted problems. She said that the workers were working too slow. She needed the food cause she had to go. She got super angry and started to shout. So Wendy gave her a 3-piece on the house. Yeah. Go Wendy, I get why they mad, yeah. They just found out for Christmas all you be serving is both of them hands, yeah. Wendy, she ain't gonna back down. Her homie just pulled a pan out. So your little plans ain't gon' pan out. John Cena with the smackdown. Why you think they got this type of application? And the store should get launched like an application. If you're not with the shits like your name is Wendy, shit, you're not really a fit, go apply it Wendy. Run up on Wendy, boy, you better just surrender. Featherweight contender, whipping up them chicken tenders. Mama lit the way she kept it cool with the aggressors. Even Iron Man is trying to bring her onto the Avengers.
I'll admit it. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Cut him, skin him, chop his ass up. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. Eat your ass. My superpower is being honest, and I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out, and I will eat your ass.
I learned a lot. And I learned that, I learned a lot. Anyway, Bo is associated here. Anyway, the point I want to make is, I learned so much. I learned so much. I learned black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about the things. Come on, man. I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about kids jumping on my lap. I love kids jumping on my lap. Oh, I'm in trouble. What are we, nuts? Dead. You know, come on, man. Give me a little break here. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man. The Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Why the hell would I take a test? I am,
And strike and strike and strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa, from South America. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now.
How about a motherfucking mukbang? We got a beef taco. Santa Fe, right?
Wake up. Wake up. It's propaganda. It's propaganda. It's an e-girl in military uniform. It's propaganda. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Is this a rule? You know, the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob. But if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and you should never speak about it.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hasan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things they simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Whose Sailor Moon shirt? Why mine, of course. It's a little tight.
Oh, of course you watch Progression. You know skill, dumb YouTube commenter, idiot.
I'm taking all your spell zones. Every
Take them. I don't need them.
Go.
End of main, dumbass.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, nice deck.
Spent all match complaining and had the rock
deck
in
is
hand.
bullshit.
Completely
It's bad.
saw through
It's
that
a bad
bluff,
deck,
by the
but
way.
it's still
Did
bullshit.
Hillary teach you
Skill
that one,
issue.
you liar?
Open wide, kids, because I'm going to grape you in the mouth.
He's going to what them in the mouth?
He's gonna grape him.
Well, if it's a level beyond Super Saiyan, then...
Then he must be a Super Duper Saiyan.
If he's a Super Duper Saiyan, then I shall find a way to become a Super D-Duper Saiyan.
You've done well so far, but up until now, I've only been using a mere 5% of my power. Now let's see how well you fare against my Biden blast.
Is asking for it. Dose is trying to give it to him.
Porn. Do you have that big a problem?
I'm not making fun of.
When's the last time?
Slow down.
When's the last time you saw porn?
Oh, you busted me. Actually, I made a humiliation porn. That's why I watch you on CNN.
No, but
Why are you gay?
Rate me out of 10.
Maybe like a 3?
300.
I like a 3 out of 10.
Oh.
And your voice is kind of just pissing me off, I'm not gonna lie.
Pissing you off?
Why do you sound like that? You sound kind of an anime, stop. Talk normal. Yeah, you're kind of annoying, I'm gonna be honest.
If you're not paying for child porn, if you're just getting it, there is no moral or legal argument against that.
We've all jerked at the lolly. Would be most attracted to. I think it would be somewhere. Do you not want to answer this question? No, I think it'd be somewhere from 14 to 17.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent.
If you shit talk Tipster's wife, he fights 2 battles that day, one against you and one to get out the chair.
Can you toss me a beer?
Yeah, I got you, bro. Here's a cold one, bro.
Born in the 90s that's under 25 can't cook, can't clean. They don't want to work nothing. Niggas that's 31 and over get in relationships with them and wonder why shit ain't working. That's because all young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
11. Access denied.
1112.
Access denied.
1113.
Access denied.
1114.
Access denied.
This door is a bit.
Welcome back, everybody. How you guys doing? Yeah, no, it's been a little bit since we had a stream. I've been trying to make sure that I'm doing regular video uploads. But this seemed more like the type of topic to just do a live stream about because, man, there are so many different subjects to talk about here. And I think the main one I want to focus on is, well, I guess two. One, it's the level of misinformation, disinformation. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. Outright terrorist propaganda that's being pushed around by certain people, and they are being completely rewarded for it. So let me give you probably like one of the biggest examples. I mean, the biggest one, more recent example would probably be the hospital thing. But early on, there was a claim made by Israel that Hamas, who was, we already saw, killed like a ton of civilians, right? Like just massacred civilians. That they had gone out and that they had murdered like 40 babies, beheaded them, whatever, right? And immediately, and I mean like immediately, the claim was called into question, right? They called it false. It was fake. Hamas would never do that to children, which is like the most brain damaged thing I've ever heard. And then Israel was forced to actually like release photos. Immediately, because here's where skepticism starts. Like, it stops being skepticism and it's more like, look, man, you are just like flat earther territory now. They called the images AI generated. Now, here's the thing. The AI generator checker thingy it's not accurate. It's known to not be accurate. But somebody was able to get it to read that it was AI generated, and that's all it took. And then all of a sudden, everyone was spreading around that it was a fake image. It wasn't real. Babies weren't actually killed by the terrorists who, you know, we saw upload their own videos of them like murdering innocent people, right? Going door to door and shooting them. And then a 4chan troll, okay? A 4chan troll decided to literally Photoshop an image together of a dog where one of the dead bodies was and say that it was an image from a vet. Now, the obvious issue with that is the person in the image is wearing rubber gloves, is wearing a fucking hazmat suit. So it's like, I mean, it's not even like it would take that much brain power to piece together that this was an obvious Photoshop. Didn't matter. Did not matter. People started pushing that around and claiming that it was fake, that it was Zionist propaganda. And it was kind of like at that moment that I knew what was going on. People really hate Israel. I'm not a big fan of Israel, but like at the end of the day, I'm also not a big fan of fucking terrorism. So like, I'm not happy with anything that's going on. Right? So if you're going to start lying on behalf of the people that just committed a terror attack, like, I don't know what to call that. And the thing is, I know there are some people on the right that are doing it, right? I know. But a lot of it is coming from like hardcore fucking leftists like Hasan and Vaush and other individuals. And I was listening to Destiny talk about this, right? It was why I have this tweet pulled up. And Destiny was like, listen, they're not anti-Semitic, okay? The Muslims who are leftist are anti-Semitic, and he's right. He's 100% correct. As a Muslim, I can promise you, as someone who has gone to the mosque, there is a higher number of people there that hate Jewish people for simply being Jewish, okay? Like, I'm not gonna mince any words about it. Like, literally, hatred of Jews, 100%. And the thing is, his argument is that the other leftists that are joining arm in arm with them, well, they just hate U.S. foreign policy, right? That's what they dislike. They just dislike U.S. foreign policy. And that's why they're against Israel. And I thought about it for a second. I said, you know, this is the same group, okay? That will use any type of loose association to another human being to claim that you are a part of whatever group they are a part of, right? We saw it with the Rittenhouse thing. Rittenhouse had beer with the Proud Boys or something after he was being vilified and everything. So that meant he was a racist Proud Boy member, right? Or the Charlottesville garbage that happened, the whole very fine people hoax with Trump. That was, people went there to oppose statues being torn down on the right, And that meant that they were siding arm in arm with like actual neo-Nazis that showed up. So if these people are going to keep making those associations and saying that's concrete proof, I don't know why I would ever give them charity, especially given how they view these things, to then say if they're going to walk arm in arm with anti-Semites, I'm just going to say, well, actually, it's about U.S. foreign policy. Well, no. I mean, no. They told me that if there's one, if there's one Nazi at a table and everyone else is having dinner with that Nazi, you have a whole table full of Nazis, right? Like that's how it works. So you don't get to like march arm in arm with anti-Semites. You don't get to go to rallies where they're praising terrorism and praising Hamas. You don't get to like go to areas where they're screaming like gas the Jews and shit. You don't get to do that and then claim, but actually I'm just opposed to the IDF. I'm not with them on that other stuff. Yes, you are. You're in the crowd with them. You're supporting them. You are walking arm in arm with them. You don't get to say now, oh well, actually, I'm just it's about something else that I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't fucking know. What I can see is like outright hatred of one group. Okay? And look, I'm Palestinian, but I'm not somebody that wants a ton of people to fucking die, right? And I know this region, okay? I know the history of the region because it's where my family fucking comes from. I know the things that Palestinian people have done since whatever you want to call it, the occupation, whatever. Since that moment, Palestinians have done barbaric types of shit. Okay, and the idea is, well, Israel does barbaric things too. And I go, yeah, usually in response, though, right? Usually in response. And now, not all the time. Like I get it. IDF has done awful things. I'm with you there. But you are arm in arm with fucking terrorists, man. Like what am I supposed to say? You're arm in arm with terrorists. Like if I went for the justifications. Your justification is, well, they don't want to be wiped out. Well, that's not true. I mean, it's literally not true. Because here's the thing. They were given ownership of Gaza, right? They were given complete ownership of Gaza. That's not what they want. They want Israel. They want Jerusalem. They want that land, and they will do anything they can to get it back. And I'm sitting there going like, so it's not about them living, it's about land. It's about fucking property, right? It's fucking crazy that the communists are like arm in arm with people bitching about wanting property. Actually, no, I guess not that crazy. Okay, anyways, that's what they want. And they are willing to kill and murder to get it. And they have done that. Here's the thing, though. There's this like idea that it's about pride. This is all they want. My family fled during the 6 Days War. Went to Jordan. In Jordan partnered with the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. And the PLO used that opportunity to build up their forces, start raising funds for themselves, and within 3 years, demanded Jordan submit to their rule, that Jordan would be the new Palestinian state, and that the king needed to stand aside and let them have ownership of the land. And when he didn't, they carried out 2 assassination attempts against the king. This is all part of Black September back in the 70s. My family went through that. A bunch of Palestinians got thrown out of the fucking country because of what the PLO did. And afterwards, the rest lived as second-class citizens because nobody trusted any Palestinian. Now you want to say, oh, that's a one-off incident. That's a one-off thing. That's a complete one-off thing, right? Well, it's not. It happened again in Kuwait. In Kuwait, they demand. I see someone in the chat. I'll address it. Don't worry. It happened again in Kuwait. Okay, they started carrying out political assassinations in Kuwait. When the Iraqi forces invaded Kuwait, the Palestinians joined forces with the invaders. Kuwait was a small country. that took them in as refugees, as brothers, as Muslim brothers and sisters. And they repaid them by siding with their invaders, wearing the uniforms of the Iraqi forces and looting the fucking land, looting and murdering people. And so, like, the population was something like 200,000 Palestinians in Kuwait. It dropped to practically zero over the course of like a fucking week. So no, it's not a course of, oh, they just want this land. It's happened over and over. And so I sit there and I look at it and I go, at a certain point, we have to address the problem. Okay? The problem is with the people and how easily radicalized they become. They believe that they are entitled. They're not. You're not entitled to shit. They think that there's this idea that they love death more than anyone else loves their life, and they will prove it. As far as I'm concerned, as a Muslim, that spits in the face of everything Allah teaches us, right? Life is a gift, and they throw it away. They absolutely throw it away. So Egypt was offered ownership of Gaza. Take it all. Take all the land. Because here's the thing. Before that, the idea was Israel wants to genocide people in the Gaza Strip. Like, people kind of like forget this. But the talking point used to be Israel wants to genocide people in the Gaza Strip and then take the land for themselves. It's not true, because they tried to give the land away on multiple occasions. In one case to Egypt. And Egypt told them, fuck you, we're not going to do it, because nobody wants to take ownership of all of those Palestinian people. They absolutely do fucking not. It's crazy. The people have no understanding of that area or the people there. It's like, I've heard this like insane type of cope, right? And I mean like literally insane type of cope. Oh, the Jordanians, the Egyptians, they're standing proud with the Palestinian because they know the Palestinians will never accept anything other than them taking over Israel. They absolutely understand that. But they're not taking them in because it would insult their pride. They're not taking them in because they know what's happened in every fucking other place. They've accepted a large portion of Palestinian people. It's happened over and fucking over. Over and fucking over. I got a video I want to play for you guys. Like, I want to play it for you guys just so you have like an understanding of somebody. Like, this is a Saudi writer, and I'll play it because I need you to listen to it. But first, let's talk about this. You fucking chud. They had the whole thing before 48. What the fuck is your ignorant ass saying? You are Palestinian and ignorant. You forgot that. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You know who owned the land before Palestine and Israel and all this other shit? You know who owned the land? It was the fucking Ottoman Empire. You know, it was promised that if the Palestinian people betrayed the Ottoman Empire and worked against them, that the English would give them the land. They've never owned it. They've lived there. Okay? They've lived there. And see, here's the thing. I'm Muslim. I believe in the Old Testament. Guess what? That land, it belongs to the fucking Jews. I mean, look, I will say this. I don't think we should base it off of religious texts, but like historically speaking, that is true too. Do I think that means that Israel's entitled to land? No. No, obviously I don't. Look, if I could go back in time and rewrite history, what I would do is bitch slap the shit out of every single European motherfucker who refused to let the Jewish people back into their homes after World War II. Because that's actually what happened. That's actually what fucking happened. They were more than happy to ship them off to the Middle East because they didn't want to deal with them. They didn't want those people either. Yeah, I know. Fucking, there's the reality, right? All of that shit, they didn't want them in their country. So they were more than happy to get rid of them. England fucked up. England promised the land to the Palestinians and then promised the land to the Israelis. And then told both of them to live in the same area and have two separate governments running in the exact same country. It was never going to work. It was never going to work. But guess what? Guess who tried to genocide the other side first? It's the fucking Palestinians. It was. Then they got every other Arab nation around them to join forces to exterminate the Jews. And unfortunately for them, the U.S. saw this idea of having a key strategic ally in the Middle East. And so they backed up Israel. There's a reason why it's called the 6 Days War, okay? Because it was very short. Because here's the thing. Yes, U.S. had a far superior force to the other nations in that region, but also the other countries didn't actually want to fight. Like, they weren't all that interested in fighting the Palestinians' battle. They took them in as refugees, and we saw how Jordan was repaid for that. We saw how Lebanon was repaid for that. We saw how fucking Kuwait was repaid for that. They took in the Palestinian refugees, and those large groups of people then joined forces and each time tried to throw the government over, take it over for themselves. That's the history. There you go. And has it stopped? Has losing time and time again ever convinced these people to fucking stop? No. So you can sit there and go, like, oh, Israel wants a genocide, and it's apartheid state, and they open their prison. Shut the fuck up. Just seriously, shut the fuck up. Listen, you're not getting Israel. You're not getting Jerusalem. You should have taken the time to build up your own country in Gaza. That land was given to you. And yeah, is it a densely populated small strip of land? 100%. But have they tried anything to actually make a life there? No. They had a choice, right? When they said, oh, we're going to give the land over to the people, you elect your own representation. Motherfucker, they elected fucking Hamas. And then when they say, well, Hamas hasn't had any elections in the region since, yeah, no shit. No shit. And like, why would they? Go ahead and oppose them. Watch what they'll do to you. So this is the situation that you are left with. You're not getting that land. But not having that land isn't the reason why you're suffering. Not being able to claim Jerusalem as your own is not the reason why your lives suck. And I've heard all these stories like, oh, Israel did this, Israel did that. Yeah, and what did the fucking Palestinians do? What did they do to their own neighbor? What did they do to the neighboring countries that was so bad? None of them will take in refugees. We're just going to pretend. We're just going to pretend because they're the smaller group that they were, quote unquote, there first. I mean, fuck, if you really want to get technical with it, fine. If the land isn't Palestinians, give it to fucking Turkey. Oh, yeah, no, obviously not. Turkey doesn't want anything to do with that fucking shit. But again, if we're going to go by who lived there first, technically, it is the Jewish people. And it's not like they just left because they wanted to go to Europe because, oh gosh, Jerusalem sucks now. No, they were forced out of the region. They were chased out. They were thrown out. It's crazy. Like a lot of these lefties talk about how we need to give land back to the Native Americans. I'm like, well, guess what? The Jewish people are kind of like the Native Americans of that specific area in the Middle East. They got their land back, and they're demanding they turn it over to the Palestinians. Man, I'm telling you, I am so sick of this idea that if they don't get the land back, that's why they're dying. They're dying because they refuse to stop attacking everyone. That's all they fucking do. And am I speaking in generalities? Yeah, sure, but like, come on. Look, the last time you had a moderate person come forward and try to speak peacefully to the people of the region and try to get them to lay down their arms, Hamas beat him and dragged him through the streets. so everyone could see what would happen if you spoke out against them. But I'm sorry, man. Like that whole area is fucked. And yeah, I personally, I don't really like the idea of Israel going back and taking over full control of Gaza. But like, honestly, if they did, at least Hamas would be exterminated, and they deserve to be fucking exterminated. You have people praising these motherfuckers, calling them like fucking freedom fighters. You know, this one, like just one more thing before we get into the rest of the topics. We need to give the land to the cave people. Yeah, no, right? well, let's get let's find the closest descendants to the Neanderthals and give them all the land of the world, because technically it was theirs first. There's no point in history that you could go to and freeze time and say this is where everybody belongs forever and ever and ever. The world doesn't work that way, you fucking small-minded fucking people. And you convincing others that they should go fucking explode themselves to take land back that they have no fucking right to? Yeah, fuck off. Like, honestly, fuck off. Again. I'm tired of it. I am fucking tired of it. I really am. You've lost. The people of the region have lost. They've lost time and time again. They've been losing for more than 70 fucking years. And I guess we could say persistence. Oh, I admire their persistence. I don't. I fucking don't. What's the point? You live like shit? Your water is fucking toxic? You're dependent on Israel, who you also want to wipe out? Like, how fucking embarrassing. What pride do you have to fucking speak of at this point? I'm being genuine here. What pride is there to speak of? You're accepting aid from the people that you're sworn to fucking kill. Embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. Stop fucking fighting. Like that's the thing that actually I keep jumping. It pisses me off. These people who are saying, oh, ceasefire, stop the cycle of hatred and violence, ceasefire. Bitch, I've been saying that. I've been saying that for a long time. I was saying it before somebody decided to go paragliding to a music festival and murder 1,000 fucking civilians. I've been saying it for a long ass time. And you jackasses have been sitting there going like, no, demand your land back. Take it back. It's yours. Take them out. You've been fucking screaming at these people, telling they're justified in killing to get land. I've been saying fucking knock it off. Yeah, Gaza might not be the best fucking place in the region. It's a strip of shit, but build there. Make a fucking life for yourselves. But you can't do it. They can't do it. And the people here who have no stake in any of this, who have no kin that lives there, think they know fucking more. Think they know fucking better. I encourage you to get on a fucking plane and go paraglide into fucking Gaza. Go do that. Go fucking do that. I'm all right. I've been ranting for a while. Yeah, my pop filter. Sorry, I've been ranting for a while. I have. Let me get to this super chat, and thank you so much, Soultail. Happy Thursday, and this war crap is terrible. It is. It absolutely is. It is. There's no getting around that. What's going on in this region is awful. And yeah, look, it's probably going to get worse. Like, the reason why I'm saying this is World War III is because right now and there's been a little bit of like pulling back away from that. You have Iran, which is desperate to see this go into further conflict. You have Hezbollah, which I don't think Hezbollah actually wants an outright war with Israel, because the losses that they will suffer is probably far too much for whatever they think that they might gain out of it. Hamas doesn't give a shit, right? Like Hamas doesn't give a shit. I can't remember who said this theory, but it was like, look, Hamas probably did not think that they would be this successful with this attack, but they were. They carried out the largest terror attack possible, which is why they're screaming that they have hostages and that they want a ceasefire and they want it to stop, because they're getting their they are being destroyed right now. They are. And it's going to be bloody and it's going to be bad. And look, the furthest loss of, like, the most loss of life has been civilians from both sides at this point. IDF hasn't really suffered any losses. And I doubt Hamas, other than losing like power and bases and munitions, right? I doubt any of them are like actually physically dying. Like, the leadership of Hamas isn't even in the country. They don't live there. They hide. Their commanders live there. Their commanders are being wiped out. They're waiting to come back. They're waiting for the ceasefire so they can come back and start shoring up power again, putting people into positions that they can trust. There's not going to be a truce. The people waving around Palestinian flags and going, ceasefire, ceasefire. You had 20 fucking years to urge peace, to urge people to have a ceasefire, to tell the people of Gaza to stop. You never did it. No. You've been telling yourselves that the Palestinian people are oppressed. It's an open air prison, and they need to what was it, from the rivers to the seas? Yeah, you don't want a 2-state solution. You want Israel wiped off the face of the fucking earth, and you've told these people that they're right to want that too. Well, fucking mazel tov, you fucking idiots. This is the net result. I fully accept that civilians are going to get their asses handed to them. Not because, Israel is genocidal and wants to wipe them all out. Like, I'll be honest with you. Israel probably doesn't give 2 shits about the people in that region. Doesn't mean they want to kill them all. It just means that they don't fucking care about them. Yeah, I know. Shocking, right? Shocking. Here's the truth about, like, nations in the Middle East. They care about themselves. The people of Jordan don't actually care all that much about the people in fucking Saudi Arabia. If there was a famine that went through there, yeah, they might send aid or something, but that'd be about it. Not going to take in refugees. It's not how badly that went. They're concerned with self-preservation. The Middle East is a very difficult place to live. It's a very difficult place to exist. And right now, most people that live there are only concerned with self-preservation. Except for fucking Hamas and the Palestinians. They're concerned with fucking dying to prove a point. It's sad. It's sad. I'm going to play this video for you, but first, yeah, Israel isn't suicidal. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, and I want to be clear. It's not like I feel like they are completely equal, but Arabs are allowed to live in Israel. Muslims are allowed to worship in Israel. In Gaza, you are a Muslim, you are faithful to the religion, and you are obedient to Hamas, or you don't exist. That's it. Big difference. If you took down all the fencing and all the barriers and you disarmed Israel, Hamas and the Palestinians would go in and murder everyone. That's it. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, IDF might fight them back, but you would have like a full fucking rush of people. Like, they would just go in and kill as many people as they fucking could. They're not interested in peace. They're not interested in working something out. They're not interested in living together. They want to go from Gaza to Jerusalem, and they want to own the land because they feel that they're entitled to own it. I don't think so. I don't believe in that. I like again, I don't. If my people don't want to fucking die, worthless fucking deaths that have zero fucking meaning, they need to stop fucking fighting. If they want the bombs to stop in Gaza, they need to stop fucking praising and marching around and celebrating fucking Hamas. I told somebody this, right? I told somebody this. And the response to me was like, well, you know, you just think that they can oppose this dictatorship. Like, do you know how difficult that is? Like, yeah, maybe, but like there's a difference between like being afraid to oppose the dictatorship and fucking dancing and cheering for the dictatorship. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. Like, I would have more faith that things could be resolved peacefully if I didn't see the people of Gaza from day fucking one dancing and clapping their hands to anything Hamas had to say to them. But that's just how they feel. They love Hamas. They support Hamas. You're not getting around that. You're not going to do away with that. All right. Well, let's talk about this though. Okay. And actually, hold on. Vic, how you doing, buddy? Okay, I'm sure he'll talk later. All right, listen. So I've been looking like a few things Destiny has been saying because I think he's funny. Maybe the shit that he's been pointing out. I got some other stuff we'll bring up. But Cenk Uygur goes like 3,000 innocent civilians. And fucking Hasan is now saying it's 3,800 civilians. But he goes like, I'm sorry, I'm seeing so many random numbers everywhere. Is there any source for 3,000 innocent civilians dead in Gaza? At this point, I half expect the IDF to be blamed for Sandy Hook and Columbine. But I'm like, it's actually 3,900 plus, and over half are children under the age of 10. Source? Hamas. The claim was independently verified by a highly respected news source. Hasan. Independent weapons expert has linked the killings to IDF but says 3,900 is a low estimate. Here's the thing. These two here and that Frogan idiot, although I think she's having like a personal like family vacation right now, so I don't think she's been popping off as much. They know their audience just wants to be lied to. Like Hasan is like goes on to Piers Morgan and his audience is like clapping like fucking idiots. Going like, oh, he owned Piers. He owned Piers. Hasan goes on to Piers Morgan and openly declares that he's just a propagandist. I'm like, yeah, man, okay, that's cute. Everyone's a propagandist. But you're the one spreading the propaganda of the fucking terrorist regime. Okay? Like holy fuck. Holy fuck, man. Hamas Piker. Yeah, no, that's an accurate fucking name. That's an accurate fucking name. Hamas Piker is the most accurate fucking name. Vic, no, buddy, I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Try disconnecting and reconnecting, buddy. Well, hopefully we get you to talk. Yeah, it's nuts. It is nuts to me. It really is. But the thing is, their audience is convinced that the Palestinian people are like super sweet and super innocent, and that they are the oppressed fighting their oppressors. They have no context. They have no understanding of the fucking region, and they like to be lied to. Because here's the thing. Hasan went on to scream about the hospital bombing, right? The IDF did it. I think it's another fucking streamer like Mike from PA who he bets Ben Shapiro. If Hamas is found responsible for the bombing of the hospital, he'll donate $10,000. Well, now he's donating $10,000. He's donating to the fucking Palestinians. Hamas raises $1 million to Palestinian aid. The issue with that is that money goes directly to fucking Hamas. Because Hamas is not some random fucking terrorist cell operating out of fucking Gaza. They are the elected government of the region. When you raise money for the Palestinians, it goes to Hamas. Hamas does not give it to the people. Hamas uses it to make more weapons. We know this. Everyone fucking knows this. And fucking Hamas Piker knows this. But he'll sit there and he'll play videos of Palestinian children and make you feel all sad and tearful inside. Meanwhile, all your money just got raised to ensure that all of them fucking die. Vic, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Nope, still not working, buddy. I don't know what's going on with your mic, man. Like, I really don't know. Try checking your sound settings, see if that works. Some idiots giving money to Iran, gives it to Hamas. Israel ignores Egypt's finding if Hamas gets attacked. Now Democrats defending Hamas as victims of this whole issue is wild. Okay, like Foxy. This is what I mean by like. This is more like I don't know if you want to call it like misinformation. Egypt says that they did provide a warning, right? They claim that they did provide a warning. The problem is Egypt did not say who was going to do what, where it was going to happen, or how the attacks were even going to be carried out. They had no time. They had no actual data, just that there was some chatter and it looked like something big was being planned. And this is what I mean. Like the people, like the fucking pro-Palestine fucking crowd, the anti-Israel crowd, whatever you want to call them, immediately took that into saying, oh my gosh, this means that Israel knew about the attacks all along and they let it happen so they could wipe out Gaza. I'm like, oh my God, you're like fucking special fucking needs. Like special fucking needs, special education, riding the short bus to fucking Twitter every fucking day. I can understand people in Gaza cheering for the terrorists because the latter know them and can choose violence against them. It's the people that live abroad and cheer who baffle me. Well, listen, here's where I say you give every justification for Israel to actually finally go in and wipe them all out. Because Israel's had the power to do this for decades, and they haven't. Israel's had the ability to wipe them all out, and they haven't for decades. But now they do have a motivation. Now they do have a quote unquote just cause to go in and do it. But the people here will sit there and say, well, that's collective punishment. I'm like, bitch, you don't understand what war is then. Because literally, in any other nation we've gone to war with, or any nation that's ever gone to war with another nation, guess what? They cut off the power. They do things like sieges to stop you from getting food so that you get worn out and you surrender faster. That's what's going on in Gaza right now. These things go, collective punishment is wrong. It's wrong. I'm like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean it's fucking wrong? It's called fucking warfare. You know what was wrong was I don't know, massacring fucking civilians. Yeah, guys, listen, I'm in a room without any soundproofing right now, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. But that actually, hold on. Let me see if I can try different sound settings on this microphone. I don't know. You tell me. Is that any better or is that worse? I'm gonna keep talking. I switched one of the sound settings. Wait, Vic's mic? Was it? I can't hear Vic saying anything. Oh my gosh, Vic, come back! I just realized what the problem was. Vic, are you there? Okay, your mic is terrible.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm on my Bluetooth headset right now because that's why I'm about to be at my place soon to get my setup ready. But I thought I'd just hop in while this is going on. I would have been on sooner, but by the time you started your stream, I was wrapping up at the gym. But then I had a slight pull on my left hamstring. So I had to, relax and stretch it out for a while.
I have a question. Does my mic sound better now?
From what I'm seeing right now, I can't tell. It's probably my quality right now because of my headphones.
Your quality sucks, man. Okay.
Raycon's mic sucks.
Okay. All right. Listen.
But at least you can hear me. That's what matters.
Hey, Jinbug, how you doing? Oh, fuck. Oh, the Berserk logo. You are awesome. Berserk is the best.
Indeed.
It's just louder. There's no echo now. Well, like you got okay. Here's the thing, chat. You figure it out. You tell me if it's better or worse. I'm not even subscribed. How the hell did I get here? Well, do me a favor. Share the stream. Share the stream. Okay, listen.
The algorithm it's helping you. That's why.
Okay, I'm gonna play a video, and I just want you guys to listen to the video. Vic, how far away from your house are you?
I'm only like a few minutes away, thankfully.
Okay, just watch this video, and when you get back in, we can talk a little bit more about it. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, hold on, let me get back to it because I got like a million tabs pulled up. I'm not even kidding. Like, I got a million tabs pulled up, and some of it is like some fucking random funny shit. Okay. But there's this video, and the video is from a Saudi writer, and the Saudi writer, he kind of goes into the history of the region and the people, and like a lot of people aren't going to like hearing it who support fucking the Hamas stands, but like I think it's important. I think it's important because he's very it's in Arabic. Okay, just to be clear, it is in Arabic. Here, I found it. Copy link. Let's go to it. Okay, let's okay. Let's watch this one.
أسست لكم دولة الملك فهد يوم ريغان يطلب منه تمويل ثوار الكونترا قال له وحده بوحده ابي دولة لفلسطين قال له ابشر ووقع الخطاب دولة لفلسطين وعلم الملك فهد عرفات انه حصلنا دولة فلسطينية هرب عرفات ما شافوه الا بعد 10 سنين من هالكلام هذا هرب ما يبي دولة فلسطينية كلكم ما تبون دولة فلسطينية لأن أساسا ما لكم قضية ولا لكم دولة ولا لكم أرض هذه أرض إسرائيل.
Okay, again, the land belongs to Israel. Like it does, and this guy's gonna like reference like what people here would call like biblical times. But thanks for streaming tonight, Chris. Like I heard someone talking about playing that game, and they're like their PS5 blew out trying to play it, and I was like, that's nuts. I may get a PS5 at the end of the year. I've been PC gaming because you know it's absolutely better. What is this? For some reason, I clicked on your profile pic after hearing about Jacksonville sniper drama, and all of a sudden it sent me here. Justice for Israel, Illinois. Oh no, Israel, Illinois. I know exactly where that is. Okay, listen. Yeah, I talked about the Jacksonville sniper wolf stuff. I did like 2 videos about it. I might do another one. There was something that came up. I don't know if it's really all that interested in making a video about it. But back on topic. This is a Saudi writer, and he's explaining why the Palestinians do not have an actual claim to the land. And I will agree and disagree. I disagree in the sense that, listen, they've been living there for a very long time. So I understand why they feel that they have a claim to that land, the people that live in Gaza. My family went to Jordan. My family nearly got kicked out of fucking Jordan because of the PLO. But the people that live there, they feel like they are entitled to the land because they've been living there the longest. This guy's going to explain how, listen, they're not, and how they're not even Arab. And this to me, I think is kind of an important point because Palestinians that live in Gaza don't actually like being called Arab. They only want to be seen as Palestinian.
Wait, but aren't Palestinians Arab though? That doesn't make any sense.
Watch this video and just listen. Well, I say listen. Read what he's saying, okay?
بالقرآن وانتم شتات رومان ملفقين مغول وتركمان وشركس وأرمن.
So the Palestinian people are displaced people, right? They're the former Mongols, Turkmens, Circarians, Armenians, Gypsies.
ما لكم حق بفلسطين. فلسطين هذه دولة إسرائيلية لبني إسرائيل وبني إسرائيل لمعلوميتكم بني إسرائيل هذولا عيال إسحاق وحنا يا العرب عيال إسماعيل وإسحاق وإسماعيل أخوين أبوهم إبراهيم عليه السلام يعني هذولا عيال عمنا لكن أنتم منين جيتوا؟
He's basically saying that the Arabs are the Arabs and the Israelis are cousins, right? And they're cousins because they come from the same father, right? Like the people that started these peoples, they come from the same father. Okay, so there's more similar relations between the Arabs that live there and the Israelis that live there. Now, people disagree, obviously, because they go, well, no, the Israelis are the fucking European people. But no, they are originally from that land. They were forced to go to Europe, but they're originally from that land. So you have the Israelis, you have the Arabs. The Palestinian people are not originally of that land, is what he is saying. And you know, if you read through the Quran, or the Torah, or you read the Old Testament in the Bible, it's not incorrect. Okay.
But how many people you think actually know that or bother to realize that?
Well, it is pretty simple. Where did the fucking term Palestine come from?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah. Do you know?
I actually don't. I figured it would be somewhere from either in the Quran or Bible.
Okay. Here. There's a group of people that appear in the Old Testament. The Philistines.
Oh, you're referring to them. Yeah, that I'm at least familiar with. I'm not entirely familiar with it, but I know what the Philistines are at least.
Okay, yeah, that's who the Palestinian people descend from. Okay, they're not of that land. They're not of the Arab people. So he's not wrong when he says that they are a displaced people that came together and became the Palestinians. And so his argument is because of that, you actually have no claim to this land. And this is where I mean, like, I agree and I disagree. Historically speaking, he's accurate. Historically speaking, he is accurate. But in terms of like who has been living there for the longest period of time, it would be the Palestinians. So I understand why they feel entitled to that land. But just realistically, you're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. You're starting to understand it.
The way when it says it like that, I'm like, it makes sense why the Hamas try to overthrow any type of government when they enter the fucking territory.
I look. Palestini. We're the Philistines.
You know what? Now it makes sense.
We're the Philistines. Like, I'm just saying, like, we have our place in
Philistine, right?
Yes.
Dude, now it makes me think back to that lyrics from that one song in No More Heroes 2. Oh my god. If you know which one I'm talking about.
I do. Like, my point is, he's going to go into like where Palestinian people actually come from. I think Palestinian people have been living in that region for a very long time.
Yeah.
This would be like if the United States exists for another 500 years, and all of a sudden the fucking Native Americans come together and take over the country, and then they say, well, that land's theirs, and everybody that's a United States citizen, they need to get out. Right? Like I would think that's fucking stupid too. Right? Yeah. But see, and this is what I mean by like lefty people.
And that's what I find funny about the art. Sorry.
Hold on. This is what I mean about like lefty people kind of pissing me off, because like they argue. Let me mute you for a second. They argue that it's basically like the Palestinian people going in and wiping out Israel. It is the same thing if Native Americans wanted to come in and wipe us out. And they would be supportive of that because they don't support occupation. I'm like, well, no. It would be like if the Native Americans came back into power and and set up their own country, and then the people of the United States came together and tried to like terrorist attack them. Like that's what it would be like in this saga, in this history, in that region. The Israelis would be the Native Americans who just had the power to take back the country. And you want to wipe them out. You want to see them destroyed. Like, I swear, dude, like, I've heard all these arguments like, oh, it's like, because the Arabs there are browner, the Palestinians are browner, so that's why they're not siding with. It's like, no, it's got nothing to do with that. It's because Israelis have more power, they have a bigger force, and they are allied with the United States. That's why the left hates them. That's why the left sees them as the bad guys.
Yeah.
They don't know anything.
Did you hear did you ever hear the other argument people were making a comparison, whereas like the World War II comparison?
Maybe. Wait. Are you almost home?
Yeah, I'm home. I'm about to get to my setup actually.
Okay. Get to your setup. I'm gonna play the rest of this video. Get to your setup and then we can talk.
All right.
انتم وش دخلكم بالموضوع؟ انتم يا الشتات يا الغجر يا المغول يا التركمان يا الشركس يا الرومان يا بقايا الشعوب، ايش دخلكم بالموضوع؟ ايش دخلكم بالسالفه؟ ايش دخلكم بيننا؟ هذا بني اسرائيل على ارضهم، ما لكم ارض انتم ولا لكم قضيه يا جماعه، انتم ادوختونا واشغلتونا. والاقصى الاقصى لمعلوميتك ما عندكم اقصى، ما في شيء اسمه اقصى، في شيء اسمه القدس. المسجد الاقصى اللي ورد ذكره هو بالجعرانه 29 كيلو على الطائف، وكان المسجدين المسجد الاقصى والمسجد الادنى. المسجد الاقصى حقكم بناه هشام عام 72 هجري، كيف يسرى محمد له وهو مبني عام 72 للهجره؟ يعني بعد وفاه محمد ب60 سنه. تضحكون على مين انتم؟ تضحكون على مين؟ الفلسطيني انت ما انت عربي ولا لك ارض ولا لك قضيه. الارض ارض اسرائيل والقضيه قضيه اسرائيل معكم. كان اسحاق شامير
Okay, so he actually brings this up. Like they bring up the Al-Aqsa mosque. I know I'm saying that terribly. They claim that like Muhammad visited that mosque. It's not true. It isn't true. The case for the Palestinians saying that they're not Arab, I think that's also kind of wrong, because here's the thing. They've existed in that region long enough to have had relations and children with the other people of that region. So realistically, say Palestinians aren't Arab now, I think is wrong, because they have intermingled with the other people that live there, with the people in Turkey, with all of that. So the Palestinians are Arab, but to sit there and claim that that land belongs to them, that they are the original people of that land, fundamentally, that is not true. And for them to say that they are Muslims who believe in the Old Testament and believe in the word of Allah, to then turn around and claim that Allah says that land belongs to them is wrong. We know that that's not true. As Muslims, we should know that's not true. But this is what I talked about. There is a hatred of the Jewish people when it comes to most Muslims, especially in the Middle East. They do not like them. They do not respect them. They do not see them as cousins. They do not see them as the same. It is a problem, and it should be addressed. But yeah, it's an issue. It's a big issue. Okay.
Yeah. Do I sound better now?
You definitely sound better.
Yeah. Okay. You know what brings me to that point out too? So I wanted to talk about this earlier if I could come early. So funnily enough, actually back at the Stark store worked out like about 4 years ago. The guy who owned it is actually Israeli, and I still talk to him to this day. So the funny thing is, when the attacks happened, I was with him. I was at this store that Saturday, and he was telling me all about it. But when you bring up the whole thing regarding the Israeli and stuff, not considering an Arab, he brought up the point to me about the history of Palestine. I don't know if you might disagree with this, but he basically went on to say, Arab Palestinians are considered the rejects of the Arab world. And after going through the history, I was like, I can see why. Even after what you just said, it's like, I feel like that's the case. I mean, why does no other Arab nation want to take the Palestinians in? Because of the fucking history.
Oh, dude, no, it's It is insane. It is insane how many times it's happened. He's going to talk about it. He's going to talk about it. This is the history of the Palestinian people in the Arab world, and it is not good. It is not good since, and I will say this specifically, since Israel came into power, the Palestinian people have not been good neighbors. Like they have acted like, and I hate to say this, right? And it's not all the Palestinians, right?
No.
But it is a
No, it's
radical group that keeps popping up and convincing the others to join them. And then they quickly turn against their host nation. The people that take them in as refugees, as brothers, they quickly turn against them.
And that's happened in the past.
ورابين وشارون وجولدا مائير والثاني والله ما ادري شو اسمه. هذول كانوا ابطال، تدري ولا لا؟ لكن نتنياهو جبان. لا نتنياهو ما حرككم، ما ادري وش يبي بهالاسلحه مكدسها عنده. يا ادمي يا نتنياهو احرق هالعصابات هذه وهالشتات وهالملفقين وريح نفسك وريح العالم منهم وريحنا احنا منهم. ليش مخليهم؟ ليش فتح لهم الحدود يهاجرون؟ نراحوا للأردن سووا ويلون الأسود ونراحوا للكويت نهبوه يوم صدام.
Okay, so Vic, do you know what Black September is?
Yeah, I remember you mentioned you briefly talked about it in your video last week when you were talking about how Palestine was in a civil war with Jordan. That's why Jordan doesn't want to ever take the Palestinians in. Because
to be clear, there are many Palestinians who still live in Jordan, right? I believe it's like over 1 million, right? But Jordan will not take in the Gazan refugees because of what happened back in the 70s. So after the 6 Days War, the Kingdom of Jordan allied with the Palestinians, right? With the PLO specifically, to repel Israel from the West Bank, okay? During this time period, the PLO existed within Jordan. They were welcomed to Jordan. They quickly raised arms. They raised funds. They built themselves their own army. And once they had enough people, they demanded that the king of Jordan submit to their rule. And what's crazy, here's what's really crazy. In terms of who the Palestinians have the closest blood relation to, it's the people of Jordan and the people of Egypt. And the PLO demanded that the people of Jordan who took them in surrender and submit to them. And when the king of Jordan refused, they tried twice to assassinate him.
Wow.
This is Black September refers to about a year's worth of time in which a civil war was fought between Jordan and the refugees that they took in. And he's not wrong. In Kuwait, they did the same shit. They didn't, I don't believe they outright tried to assassinate the leadership of Kuwait, but they did carry out political assassinations in Kuwait. They cheered for Saddam Hussein to invade the country. And when he did, they joined his side. They wore his uniforms and they murdered the people of Kuwait and they looted the people of Kuwait. So the reason why Egypt will never, ever, ever, that's why Egypt had the ability to take all of Gaza and basically expand their borders, take in more land, have more power. And they said absolutely fucking not, because Egypt has an issue with radical Muslims. They have an issue with it. They really do. They have a fragile hold on power in that area. So taking in 1 million refugees who are prone to radicalization, who have turned hostile to the host nations they've gone to, it's not going to happen.
Well,
Jordan, I just want to say, Egypt and Jordan are both allies to the United States. If the people of Gaza actually wanted to survive, becoming part of the Kingdom of Jordan or the king or the I guess the dictatorship of Egypt, becoming parts of those nations would secure their futures. But they made no attempts to actually garner any ability to show that they would be peaceful if they were accepted.
Yeah. Plus, didn't like Hamas try to fight the Egyptian government in the desert like over a decade ago?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I haven't even brought up what they did in Lebanon. But the problem is, this is a repeated problem with the Palestinian people, with no other people but the Palestinian people.
And no one realizes that. That's the funny part.
Well, no. Here's the thing. People over here in the United States, they don't look into any of this shit.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. You tell me this, and my old Israeli boss tell me this shit. I'm just like, holy shit.
The people that live there, hold on. The people that live there, they know it though. They fucking know it. They haven't forgotten any of it.
Not us.
No, because people over here, it doesn't affect them.
Yeah, it doesn't. When you bring this stuff up too, it's like the stuff we learned here in history. Okay, so back in high school, when we learned about the Israeli and Palestinian history and the conflict and stuff, we only learned about the stuff between the decades of when the Israelis went back into Israel, from up to the conflicts that happened between the decades up until the early 2000s. Not too much of it, but it's just more like this is why conflicts happen. It's been going on for decades. No end of it stopping anytime soon. Basically, all that jazz. But we never talk about all the other conflicts between that. We just know this happened and this is starting, but never to deep dive into the history of this stuff, which I find funny. Until you and my old boss mentioned this stuff to me, it's like we never learned this in history. That's the funny part. We never learned this. We only know why this conflict exists at a bare minimum, but we don't know the deep dive into it and why this been happening for a very long time.
And the thing is, I'll play the rest of the video because I want to talk about some other things. But yeah, the thing is, people over here, because of this conflict, are incentivized to fucking lie. Okay? Like they're sitting there screaming Zionist propaganda, Israel lies, Israel does all these awful things.
I'm just like, dog. But
hold on. Yeah. Israel does lie. Israel does do bad things. Netanyahu is like an awful person, right? Mm-hmm. None of this isn't true. Okay? The problem is, it is a region of the world that these people do not fucking understand. Nobody has clean hands here. There is no side that is innocent in any of this. You can even point to the civilians, but man, it's hard to say that they don't have any culpability because you put these people into power, and they immediately went on the offensive, and they okay, the water in Gaza is toxic, okay, and listen. I've heard all sides of this shit, and personally, I don't really care because they go well, that's because no, hold on. They go, oh, that's because Israel bombed the water supply. They poisoned the water. I'm like, okay, but here's the problem. That doesn't explain why, when foreign nations donated money to Palestine and gave them new pipes so that they could repair their water supply, Hamas rips the pipes out of the ground so they can build rockets, films a propaganda video of them taking the pipes to build rockets, and gloats about using the pipes to make rockets. All of this happened. Yeah. All of this fucking happened. And so we're in this situation where they've taken every cent that was sent to them for aid and used it to make weapons instead. Yeah, there is no fixing that region. Hold on. There's no fixing that region. There's no making the people's lives any better, right? You try to call it open air prison. It's really not. Okay. It is a whole area of land. There are places where people live. Is it the best land? No. Are the buildings great? No. But the problem is, you can't sit there and blame Israel for everything. Hamas keeps taking the money and taking the supplies that get sent to that region to help them build for the people and using it to build fucking terror tunnels. Like it's an actual problem, and it's crazy to me because they go, "Well, Israel wants genocide the Palestinians, bro." The Palestinian population within Gaza has exploded. Okay, there are way more people that live in Gaza that are alive today than were alive in Gaza 40 fucking years ago. So clearly, Israel, if they were really trying to genocide them, they're doing a fucking awful job of it. You need another line. You can't keep claiming, oh, genocide. Then why is the population size increased by more than double? Because they want to do it slowly and make them suffer because they're evil. Like, I swear to God, it's like they watch too many fucking cartoons.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play the rest of this.
نهبوا يلبسون لبس الجيش العراقي وينهبون الخسة والنذالة والحقارة ما يتركونها. هذه تربيتهم وهذا دمهم وهذا عرقهم. ليش ما تريح العالم منهم يا نتنياهو إذا أنت رجال وبطل؟ الله يلعنكم ويلعن حتى نتنياهو اللي ما خلصنا منكم. لأن نتنياهو تارك لكم الحبل على الغارب. والمفروض نتنياهو هو اللي يأدبكم وهو اللي يخلص العالم من شروركم. أنتم شر في أي دولة تحطون فيها يا الفلسطينيين. شر منزل ولا بكم ركب.
I mean, he's not wrong there.
أنا مستعد أنام عند يهودي ولا أنام عند فلسطيني. أنا مستعد أقلط يهودي في بيتي وأغديه وأوكله وأشربه وأرقده ولا أدخل فلسطيني في بيتي.
It's a little that's fucked, but understandable reasons. It's always
this is what I mean though. Like these people here, the people in this nation have no comprehension of what it is actually like there, of how bad the Palestinians have treated other nations. Like they all sit there and go, "Oh, it's this big Muslim Brotherhood. It's this big. Everybody like loves the Palestinians." It's not fucking true. The Iranians use the people of Palestine to wipe out Israel because Iran wants a united Muslim empire that is seated under their control.
Yeah, which they can go fuck themselves for that. Iran sucks.
Well, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because the U.S. has such a strong partnership with Israel. Israel will not let them do it, and Israel has been building relations with the other nations, so they don't need Iran for jack shit.
Yeah, and plus, doesn't Saudi Arabia not like Iran either?
I mean, listen, they don't. But like, again, if Israel didn't exist, Iran or Saudi Arabia, either one, could quite literally build an empire in that area.
Oh yeah, it's just a question who would be worse. I would think it'd be Iran.
Well, it would be Iran. I mean, Saudis are really bad too.
Yeah, but like it's like choosing who would you pick up the lesser of the two evils? I would go with Saudi, honestly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But again, the only people in that region who actually like keep saying, "Oh, we'll protect the Palestinians," fucking the Turkish Empire, fucking Turkey.
Where are they?
Well, no. That's what I mean. Like, listen, right now there are tunnels that lead from Gaza into Iran. If Iran wanted, Iran could take in all the refugees that live there. They're not lifting a fucking finger to do it. No, because they need the people there. They need the people there. They need them as a distraction for fucking Israel. And anyone that dies there, they absolutely love the propaganda.
Yeah, they use that propaganda to fuel.
The Saudis are close to making peace agreements with Israel, but like realistically, they want more control. They want more power, and Israel being there is a problem for them. It's just easier to work with them than it is to fight with them. But like if they were gone, that's better for fucking Saudi Arabia. Oh, hold on. Jasmine just got back. She was playing rugby out in Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I just wait for the garage. Yeah, you guys can probably hear it. Okay. She's probably going to have to shut that door too. Okay. Look, my point is, you don't see Iran. They're not offering to take in any refugees. They need the people there because they are a distraction for Israel. They absolutely are. Fucking Saudis are probably going to push Hezbollah into attacking. Hezbollah doesn't want an outright conflict. They can't afford to do it. But they might. They might have to. Their hands kind of being forced right now. Like you can't. It's a mess. That whole area is a fucking mess. But like my problem is the people that live here that shit you not take the word of the fucking terrorist on every single issue, on every single subject, repeat what they say uncritically. It is insane to me. It's nuts to me. But you have people that live here, and the thing is, Hamas knows this very well. Hamas and other terrorist organizations, they know how stupid the people of the United States actually are. Because they can tell you to your face what they are doing to kids. They don't hide their propaganda that they feed to the Palestinians, right? Like, dude, you know what really disgusted me? Someone sent me a clip from Twitter of Ben Shapiro, and he was showing the games that they had the Palestinian kids play, and I'm like, yeah, I know that that's true. I've watched this before.
What were the games?
Stab the Jew.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's really fucked.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, the parents teach the kids to behave this way, so they do, and they grow up hating them. But this is what I mean, though. It's like seeded into the people there from when they're very young. So I don't know if there's any fixing this. I don't think that there is. People over here, like this is what I mean, right? Hasan, like people are praising, they're like, oh, he raised $1 million for the aid of the Palestinians. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Go straight to Hamas.
Yeah.
Like this is what I mean by like leftists like actually need to eat their own shit. Yeah. They like, oh, the people of Palestine aren't the people of Hamas. We want to support the people of Palestine. Oh, the people of Palestine can't stand up to the government. Like, okay, so what happens?
What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
Hold on. What do you think is going to happen when you give the government of fucking Palestine, who you know is Hamas, who the people can't stand up to, what do you think they're going to do when you give them $1 million? Do you think it's going to go to the people, or do you think it's going to go to fucking Hamas? But that's what I mean. Their brains are fucking mashed fucking potatoes. They don't understand. They don't comprehend any of this. They are simply convinced that they are doing the right thing because they're standing up for the little guy. The motherfucker. Enough. Like fucking enough. You don't understand why there's so much towards the Jews? Listen, man.
Yeah.
Like here's I said this at the start of the stream.
Yeah.
When we had let me give you like probably the best example I can, right? In 2016, in Charlottesville, South Carolina or Virginia, or wherever the place that is.
Oh, Charlottesville, Virginia.
Virginia. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
In 2016,
I think it might have been 2017.
Whatever, 2016, 2017. There was a thing like called Unite the Right or whatever, and it was like opposing statues being torn down. However, Unite the Right was started by a bunch of neo-Nazis, right? Like the alt-right movement and everything. There were people on the right that legitimately went down there because they didn't want statues being taken down. There was also fucking neo-Nazis there. Yeah. There was also Antifa there. You have a big conflict. You have a massive conflict. Trump says something like he actually like condemns the neo-Nazis, and he like specifically calls them out. But then he goes like there were very fine people on both sides, yada yada yada. And people are like, well, it doesn't matter. They were there at the same time the neo-Nazis were there, so that means that they're all neo-Nazis. So I go, okay, well, by that same fucking logic, if you are marching with people screaming gas the fucking Jews, right? If you're marching around with people waving around fucking Hamas flags and praising fucking terrorists, you can't turn around and say, well, I'm actually just against the Zionist movement. I'm not associated with the people saying that all Jews should die. I know that I'm marching right next to them, but I'm actually here for other reasons. You don't get to do that. Yeah. I would, in the past, I'd give you some grace and I'd give you some charity and say like, well, maybe you didn't know. But you people are the ones who have made every single case about these two people being connected somehow and then being on the same page because at one point they knew each other. At one point they went to the same school. Fucking Kyle Kashup, when he was like 14 years old, was in a group chat with people who used the N-word. So they kicked him out of college for some shit that happened when he was 14. Fucking Rittenhouse, remember? Like he's getting crucified by everybody. His bullshit attorney, the one who stole like $1 million about his defense fund, takes him to a place with the fucking Proud Boys, and they sit there and say, "Well, he sat and he had drinks with the Proud Boys. That means he's a Proud Boy. That means he's a racist." So you don't get to then turn around and go, "Well, I'm going to march with people who want all the Jews to die, but that doesn't mean I want all the Jews to die."
Yeah, how's that any different?
It's worse. It's fucking worse. It's worse. I mean, one thing, if you never opened your mouth and complained about all of these other occasions, but you did. So you're the ones who made that. You're the ones who made that comparison. You're the ones who took issue when people did that. Now you're doing it to like the nth degree. So I got like a bunch of stuff pulled up, and we're gonna like fast track through it. I'm talking about like they burned a Jewish dormitory to the ground. You have random people running around tearing down the posters, the faces of the people that were kidnapped by Hamas. Like they're just going around and tearing them down, and then when they get caught and called out, they're like, I wasn't. It's not because I'm anti-Semitic. I was just trying to show my support for the people of Palestine by tearing the people that were kidnapped."
That doesn't make sense. Hold up, Crow. Pause for a second. There's something I wanted to ask you regarding this, because I don't know if you went over this earlier before I hopped in.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. If you want to talk real quick, my wife wants to ask me a question. I guess got to mute the mic for like 1 second.
All right, no problem. Well, people, yes, it's been while Crow needs to talk to Jasmine. I will say here, in general, to simplify in just a few words, it all sucks. No one wins in the end. It just causes more hate in the world.
Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. Thank you. Thank you so much. Words of wisdom.
I want to
listen. Hold on. Look at this chart. Israel took full control of the region back before 1970, right? Because around this time, this is shortly before PLO starts the civil war in Jordan. Okay, Gaza population growth. It has from less than 400,000 people. There are 1.6 million people living in the region now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You cannot say with a straight face that they are trying to genocide the people there. This jackass, I remember, argued, "Oh, they're doing the sure and slow method, but it will happen." I'm like, bro, no. If they're doing the slow method, they're absolutely fucking failing at it. Because look at this massive growth in population. No, you can't argue with a straight face that they are actually genociding the people that live there. Because the thing is, the human bodies that exist in that area, there are far too many of them for that to be the case. Vic, why is your mic a vacuum cleaner?
I put on my shitty USB port. That's why. Sometimes it sounds different if I just plug it into a different USB port.
I'm using a USB port actually.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm talking about there's different ones on my computer. One's a little wacky, and the other one will just be just fine. I don't know why it's like that. Sometimes when I use it on Discord, it turns out like that. When I switch ports, it sounds better.
Okay, so listen, I got to show you this. This is more like the misinformation, disinformation thing I was talking about. Video has been deleted, so don't worry. It's not going to show it to you. Donald Trump Jr., after the attacks happened, posted a photo of what the people did to the Israelis, okay? To the civilians, right? It got community noted because a bunch of people brigaded the post claiming this was from a year ago in a different area of the world, in Syria.
It wasn't, was it?
It wasn't. And the thing is, I can't remember who, but somebody, one of these news outlets actually had to look into it, source it back to the original live stream that came from Hamas, and say, no, Donald Trump Jr. did not lie. He posted an actual video. Wired Magazine, thank you. Wired Magazine reported this Hamas video is actually real with research confirming it was falsely flagged as in a community note as being years old. So again, these people have been abusing the shit out of the community notes because like this was the same thing with the photo of the dead babies. Like they lied and they claimed Hamas. Well, they lied and they claimed Hamas never killed any children, right? Actually, I've got one of those. I got one of those. But they lied. They claimed it was AI generated. Look at this person, this account. If you see them, mute them. Okay, mute or block this person because they are deranged. They are fucking deranged. All right, this dumbass got a false positive on that AI checker thing. Posted it to one of Shapiro's tweets and was like, oh, look, it's AI generated. Someone said, listen, it's very easy to generate a false positive. And this is the reason why it's doing that. And she goes, well, maybe, but it could also just be a dog. It looks like a dog. Then this dumbass finds a 4chan post and starts posting and saying, this is the real picture. Look. 8,800 likes, 616 comments. Because even after it was proven, okay, that this woman fucking lied, it didn't matter. She got her fucking clout off of lying. She's still getting clout off of lying. If you go through her account, it is a bunch of posts claiming anything that Israel is claiming is Zionist propaganda. It's all lies. And anything Hamas is claiming is true. And they're being sweet, innocent, sweet little angels. Like this person is a deranged fucking nut job who has grown in clout, in influence off of making fake fucking claims and posting fake fucking photos. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. I gotta wait a little bit longer to play this one because it doesn't show anyone dying, but it's gonna be like one of those things that if I pull it up on stream, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Have you talked about any of the stories that people have gone through when this shit started?
Like what do you mean?
Like when the attack started, or up till now, like between people in Gaza and people in Israel who saw this shit firsthand.
Are you talking about like the attacks, like the original raid that happened 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't done that only because we talked about it earlier, and a lot of that stuff like contains photos or videos I really don't want to pull up. I really want to talk about the conversation around it from people over here and the things that they've been doing and saying, because it's bad. It's nasty.
Yeah. Let me tell you one thing. Remember that? You remember your video from last week? You played that clip. The clip was that one chick being stupid, saying, and keep resisting.
Yeah, I have it. I have that video. I was gonna pull it up.
Yeah, no, I showed that to my Israeli boss, right? And when I showed him, I told him ignorance, right? And he was like, "Resist what? Resist what? We want money, do business." And then you just came out of nowhere and just started killing innocent people.
Okay, so like, listen, I talked to a bunch of people about this, and they're like, "Fuck Tara Strong," because she's like endorsed cancel culture in the VA business in the past, so they really don't want to do anything talking about her situation. I'm like, yeah, but listen, it sometimes when it happens to these people, it's a good opportunity to try to get them to see the light and the right way of doing things and how bad. Well, so anyways, she made some posts, right? And the posts are all about condemning Hamas and standing up for Israel after the attack because she is Jewish. She has family that lives in Israel. She liked one tweet. Hold on. She liked one tweet and she unliked it right away. And the one tweet was like, Hamas equals ISIS equals like is Islamic extremism. And the final one said equals Islam. That post is wrong. Okay. It's obviously wrong. Okay. Yeah. And she has multiple other tweets talking about how she feels terrible for the children in Gaza that are suffering. Right. These motherfuckers ignored all of that focus solely on the tweet that she liked and unliked because someone screenshot it. It's not like multiple people screenshotted it. They're all sharing around the one screenshot, right? They're all sharing that one around. And then saying anytime she was talking about Hamas, she was talking about all Muslims. That she was spreading Zionist propaganda by complaining about Hamas. And I'm like, wow. Fucking wow.
Really,
and she goes, and so I made this video because she goes like, I got fired for being Jewish. I'm like, well, you know what? You kind of did. And that's what I mean. They are using the claims of when they say that they are against Zionism, motherfuckers keep bringing up the Jews. Okay. They keep bringing up all Jews and they keep retaliating against all Jews. See, I'm done with this like fucking bullshit where they try to go like, oh, I'm just against the Zionist movement. Also against the Jew. Like, fucking hell, man.
Do they even know what that
means? Zionist?
Yeah, do they even know what that means?
Fuck, man. Literally, all it is the idea that the Jewish people should have their own Jewish state. And I'm like, man, honestly, I don't have... Like I don't actually have an issue with that because as a Muslim, I'm well aware of all the Muslim nations that exist. I'm aware of the Christian nations that exist. I'm aware of the Catholic nations that exist. Okay, so if the Jews want to have their own nation, especially after they've been wiped out one time, I don't actually have a problem with it. If they want to return to their ancestral homeland, let them. Let them. The thing is,
not many people actually are educated enough to realize, oh yeah, it's their homeland.
Well, no, you know what's fucked up? Like they sit there and go, I don't believe in bullshit fairy tales. I'm like, fucking dude, Jesus was a fucking Jew. We know he existed. Yeah. Like you want to argue he's not the son of God? That's fine. He was a Jew. He existed. He lived in that area. So it's like you like what are you even denying? You're denying history at this point.
Yeah,
you're denying history because you're claiming it's religious. Fuck off. Fuck you. Like, and the people of Palestine, they're Muslim. Okay, so when you're sitting there fucking mocking God, bitch, you might not understand this. And many Christians don't understand this, many Muslims don't understand this, many Jews don't understand this. We all believe in the same fucking God. Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
holy
and they yell out, God is great when they're causing horrendous acts in Israel.
Yeah, I'm like, man, it's nuts. It's absolutely fucking nuts.
Wait, Crow,
I gotta play this video. I gotta play this video. It's the one you were talking about.
Yeah, but do you know who got it worse than Tara Strong?
What was it, Amy Schumer?
No, I was gonna say it was Gigi Hadid.
Who?
Gigi Hadid.
Oh my gosh, send it to me. Send it.
No, here's the thing, right?
Gigi Hadid. Who is that?
Have you ever heard of Bella Hadid? That's her sister. She's actually half Palestinian like you. So here's the thing, right? She has basically the most neutral take on this whole conflict. She's half Palestinian like you, right? She just basically said, I feel bad for the people of Israel that are going through this. I feel bad for the people in Gaza and Palestine that are going through this. It fucking sucks. I just want the bloodshed to end. Guess how everyone responded?
I just looked her name up on Google and it's like Hadid family receiving death threats.
Yeah, that's how everyone fucking responded.
Oh my god.
Yeah, over the most neutral take someone can have being half Palestinian. Just saying, I'm being taken a neutral take. I just want this fucking war and bloodshed to end. That's what it came down to. She said, I don't want any more Palestinians to die. I don't want any more Israelis to die. That's what it basically came down to. And people will set her and her family death threats over this.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, I think if that's your actual take, I don't have a problem with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's no problem with that.
The thing is, it doesn't matter if the war is justified or not. Any war leads to the death and bloodshed of civilians. But I do find the people that are right now calling for a ceasefire to be absolutely disgusting, okay? I would love a ceasefire too. However, you need to return the hostages before you demand peace. Like you went to an area, you murdered over 1,000 people. Well, here's the reason why they're not going to do it. I guarantee you, majority of the hostages are probably dead. right? Majority of the hostages are probably dead. I'm sure
like
that
that one German girl that they claimed to keep alive. I was like, nah, she's dead.
Well, okay, here's the most disgusting thing about that. And this is what I mean, like Hasan has like he's propagandized his audience to the point of being absolutely like fucking brain damaged. They're sitting there watching a video of this girl with her body crumpled with a bullet wound out of her fucking skull. And they're saying, I think Hamas was taking her to the hospital. They didn't mean to attack the civilians. They would never do that. And I'm like, oh my God.
You saw the footage? Was that
sitting
foot
on her body.
head?
They're sitting on her body. They got a foot on her fucking head. She's got a bullet hole out the back of her fucking skull. And her body is crumpled.
Yeah, and she was just a drunken German girl being a bystander for the festival, not knowing what's going on. And
but like, so they paraded her corpse around for about an hour through the area, then went back to Gaza. After Israel starts bombing the fuck out of the region, the mom gets a text from her phone claiming she's still alive. She's being treated in the hospital, but we can't send you any photos. We can't send you any videos. And you need to help us stop these attacks so that we can save your daughter's life. And I'm like, and that was the moment where I actually stopped caring. That was the moment where I was like, oh, okay. I think that they should probably bomb you guys like 10 times harder because you like are using these people. You're going to parade around their fucking corpses. And then you're going to go to the families and say, well, actually, they're still alive. If you help stop these attacks, we'll return them. I'm like, nope, return the bodies. Well, let's see how many are actually still alive. Because I don't believe I believe more than half of these people are fucking dead.
Yeah.
And because here's the thing. Word. Well, here's the thing. You don't have power. You don't have water. You are not using what you do have to keep your hostages alive. You don't see these like they go like, oh, the Israelis don't see the Gazans as people. No, the Gazans don't see any of these other people as people. That's it. They didn't keep these people alive. They're not sharing water with them. They're not sharing food with them. They're using, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if most of these videos have been pre-recorded and they've already executed them.
Yeah,
because it's easier. They aren't required to show proof of a life because our media over here will carry whatever they fucking say uncritically. Look, Israel could negotiate peace right now and they could go like, oh, whoopsie, we actually accidentally all the hostages seppuku'd themselves because they loved us so much and they didn't want to go back to Israel. And our fucking media over here would fucking parrot it. It's insane. Hamas would be telling his chat, oh, they realized how bad Israel was and they couldn't stand the idea that they took part in this. So they righteously murdered themselves all to protect the Palestinians. Chat, donate another $2 million to the people of Palestine. Fuck, man.
I cannot stand them.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, like it's a thing. Okay, guys, you gotta watch this video. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna love it.
Girl math. You heard of boy math. Now let's hear about colonizer math. Colonizer math is being enacted in surprise. It's when violent colonization and oppression is met with violent resistance.
Hold on. It's lagging a little bit.
You've heard of girl math. You heard of boy math. Now let's hear about colonizer math. Colonizer math is being enacted in surprise when violent colonization and oppression is met with violent resistance. People have the right to resist.
Ignorance.
I did. Yeah. Okay. Let's play this. Actually, I think it's mostly just a post. Because I don't know if it's like an actual video of him doing it, but he's responded to it. Okay. Oh no, he's got the. So what they have in their hands are the crumpled up posters of the victims of Hamas. Miami dentist Ahmed Al-Quza has been fired after he unknowingly went viral for ripping down posters of kidnapped Israelis. The incident happened on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, he was fired from his job. In a blistering statement, CG Smile blasted Al-Quza for being a terrorist supporter. He is. And his lawyer is like going out there now and going like, "Oh, you don't understand. He wasn't trying to promote hatred against the Jews. He just didn't like the idea that people were concerned that they were kidnapped is all."
I mean, that sounds even worse.
I mean,
that sounds even worse.
Bro, like, here's the thing. I watched videos of like college students doing this, and I'm like, man, if I had a bat and I was right there.
I want to blame you. Yeah, you're justified for this. You're Palestinian. You feel all it needs to do this.
No, I'm just like okay. In Minecraft, obviously, in Minecraft, just to be careful in Minecraft.
Yes,
but like honestly, there's no justification for doing that.
No.
Like there's none. You're not supporting the people of Palestine when you do that. That's got nothing to do with supporting the people of Palestine. Wanting hostages returned has nothing to do with supporting Palestinians. And the fact that you think it does, to me, just says that when you say a terrorist, you think that terrorist is Palestinian. You see a terrorist and you think they are a Muslim. They are not. They are different. They should be treated differently. They are animals. And they should be put down like animals.
Yeah.
They kidnapped children. They raped women. They did behead babies. And they set them on fucking fire. Then they went back to fucking Gaza. They were warned that they would be attacked. They refused to turn over the hostages. And then they lied about how many people were being killed. All to earn sympathy from you fucking leeches, you fucking moronic pieces of garbage who literally cheered on terror attacks against the other side.
Yo, Crow, I'm going to say this. This is nothing against you or anything, because a lot of people may take this out of context, but this is just from what I'm seeing out of everything that's just responses. A lot of Arabs are rarely very fucking ignorant.
I mean, like, I'm
not trying to say that'd be racist, but looking at everything, it's true though.
I mean, with this shit, here's the thing: you have the leftist over here supporting their fucking delusions that they are justified in hating Jewish people, in hating the state of Israel, and it's specifically in hating Jewish people. And then they turn around and they infect these other people who think they're being righteous and good with this hatred for Jews. Okay.
How's that any better than what the Nazis did?
Citibank. Okay, look, we're gonna talk about it since you brought up Nazis. Citibank has fired 25-year-old banker Nazima Husinova for publicly supporting Adolf Hitler's decision to murder millions of Jews.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, man. Look at it. Look at this bitch. Oh my god. Okay. So here's the situation with this hospital, okay? And I'm done. I know it from day one. It was not Israel. I knew it was fucking from Hamas. I knew it was them that did this, okay? We have had multiple videos. We have geolocation data. We have a reported, and the dialogue is at least authentic, but there's claims that it was pre-set up by Israel to I'm like, why? You have videos of the rockets being fired in Gaza and then an explosion at the hospital. You have fucking geolocation data from when the rockets were fired. We have the news report from Al Jazeera, which was filming it at the time. And I'm supposed to sit there and go like, well, we need a third-party investigator to come in from the UN to do another investigation. These motherfuckers ran with the claims from Hamas. Hamas claimed Israel did an airstrike on a hospital and killed 500 people. We have pictures of the hospital. It wasn't blown up. A missile landed in a fucking parking lot. I don't know how many people died, but I would say maybe 10. Maybe 10. If they were standing nearby the area at the time, maybe 10. But Hamas actively lied about what happened at the hospital.
Yeah, and isn't there audio recording of it too?
Well, Israel released an intercepted call, and these motherfuckers are turning around and going, "Oh, that's fake. That's fake. That's not real. That's fake."
Yeah, how can you say that's fake? It's an intercepted call. You can try to lie about all you want.
Motherfucker. You have white people who do not speak Arabic going, "That's an Egyptian dialect. I know what that sounds like. That sounds like it's Syrian." I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers can get fucked. Get fucked. You don't even speak Arabic. You've never been around people who speak the fucking language, and you're talking out your fucking ass.
Yeah.
They are just lying. They are just fucking lying, because the lying is what they need to seem right and correct, because there's no way of justifying the shit that comes out of their mouths. Yeah. So anyways, hold on. So, yeah, I can. Surprisingly enough, dude, I gotta mute your mic because you're like eating something. No, you're like eating something. It's like getting in my ears. Sorry, just let me say. Okay, when you're eating, mute. Okay, listen. When that hospital, when the explosion happened in the hospital, the argument was who was responsible for killing 500 civilians, when in reality, no civilians died. Every media outlet ran with the reporting out of fucking Gaza. Who controls Gaza? Hamas. They took Hamas's words that 500 people died. 500 people didn't die. Hospital didn't get destroyed. A rocket landed in a parking lot. Like, you're going to tell me that the IDF did it, and the IDF wants to genocide these people, and the IDF would have hit the fucking hospital. IDF would have actually blown up the hospital by your own fucking logic, by the shit you were telling us for 3 fucking days. But now we know that it didn't. Now we know there was a bullshit fucking handmade piece of garbage fucking rocket that landed in a fucking parking lot on accident. And now these motherfuckers are going, I need a third-party investigation by the UN, an independent council, and criminal tribunal in order for me to believe anything from Israel. You're like, oh my God, shove it all the way up your fucking ass. Yeah. No lube, no fucking lube, and do it until it comes out your throat.
Yeah, who sounds more credible, terrorists or a corrupt government?
I don't know. Fucking Hasan, I guess. Hamas Piker. Fucking Hamas Piker. Jesus Christ, man. Like, he goes out to Piers Morgan. I need a third part. I know I took Hamas's word, like I keep doing, because I'm a propagandist for Hamas, but I need a third. But now that we know that there's all this other evidence, what I would like is a third-party investigation by the UN. Like, shut the fuck up. There are words I want to call you that would get me banned off YouTube in like 2 fucking seconds. But I think most people know what they are.
And you probably could say that as Eric was common sense too. Fuck you, man.
I'm just saying, man. Like, you know, the same people who immediately jumped the gun to claim it was Israel, the same people who have questioned every single claim out of Israel, have taken every single claim from fucking Hamas uncritically, ran with it and not given a shit, absolutely supported it without giving a shit. So now I'm like, what am I supposed to say? Like, what am I supposed to fucking say? You people are disgusting. You people are fucking garbage. Fuck you. So, I'm sorry, fucking class. Oh, GG. Hey, man. Yeah, no, I came back a little bit ago. How have I been? I've been good. I bit my tongue earlier today, so.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's a lot we need to get caught up on.
I'm sure. Why did you leave your last job? Don't know. I just offended.
That's a good call. That background check is gonna suck.
Of all the things, this is what I meant, right? These people unironically are fucking anti-Semitic. They hate the fucking Jews. Like, there's no way around it.
Yo, you know what got me thinking about this? I remember how, like, a couple months back, right, when there was that whole thing going on around my home county with the whole, you know, the LGBTQ curriculum and stuff, and this one councilwoman said, you know, criticized them, saying they're probably on the same side of white supremacy. When I told my friend this, and after all this shit happened, he was like, you know what? She's not far off at this point. Look at comparisons now.
I gotta just.
Oh, are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, look how they treat others. They're being anti-Semitic like white supremacists. They like to treat others like shit. I mean, it's not far off at this point. What's the comparison? I was like, I can see where he's coming from, though. That's the worst part. I can see where it's coming from, and it sucks that it's come to this point where you're making figures like, she's probably not wrong. After seeing all the anti-Semitic stuff they've been doing.
Rogue Thought goes, damage is done from this lie. All the Muslim states in the Middle East are now enraged by this. No,
Yeah.
no, it's.
No.
I'm not kidding. It's just posturing right now, and this is what I mean. Black September is a memory that exists in the hearts of every Jordanian, and especially the king who his predecessor was nearly killed twice over it. To see a bunch of Palestinians try to storm the U.S. embassy and the Israeli embassy in Jordan, believe me, they will posture, but they're not going to sit there and go, "Well, this means we must sever ties with Israel." I'm telling you, give it another few months, they will retaliate against the people that were marching in the streets. The Middle East is not America. The Middle East is not America. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying reality situation is they'll do what they need to posture and look good to the other Muslims, but realistically, no. And I'll tell you right now, if the king of Jordan comes out and says, "Hey, they attacked their own hospital and they lied to us," bro, like they don't like being lied to. They do not like being lied to.
No one does.
I mean, it's good for Iran. It's good for fucking Turkey. It's good for Saudi Arabia. But like, again, these nations were never not going to side with whatever Hamas was doing. Now, in terms of if there's some attacks against Jewish people based on those fucking lies, let me just be very clear. I'll hold fucking Hamas Piker 100% responsible for it all. He openly claims that he's a propagandist, and he openly pushed fucking Hamas propaganda. And if that radicalizes someone to do a terrible act against another person, well, as far as I'm concerned, Hamas Piker might need to have his channel removed. And before you sit there and go like, "What? Well, Crow, free speech, First Amendment." Come on, man, you've never supported that.
Yeah, you forget you're on platforms that actively go against that at times.
Yeah, listen, Hamas Piker has supported pulling people off of fucking channels before.
Yeah,
and going after people that radicalize people. Oh, believe me, buddy, I know. I'm just saying, like, maybe we need to start.
He's a left-leaning commentator, so he's going to get favoritism.
Here is the thing, though. You go after his advertisers. You do every single thing that the left has done to the right. The problem with people on the right, and they don't seem to get this, and I think that they started to realize it, is your enemies do not play by the same rules you do. So either lose or learn how to play the game. And I might not be supportive, but like at the end of the day, it's like mutually assured destruction. You're sitting there saying like, these are the rules and we must all follow the rules. And oh no, I got punished. Okay. Punish them back. Do the same shit to them.
All right, Crow, I'll just let you know. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do your thing. Just do the same thing to them. Put pressure onto Twitch. Okay? I'm just saying, if it happens, take the clips of Hamas Piker openly saying he is a propagandist. Play the clips of Hamas Piker showing pictures of Palestinian children declaring that they all died, that it was all Israel when they're still fucking alive. And let him do whatever he needs to defend himself from it. Because I think just putting that pressure on the people on the left, it should be done. It should be done. Vaush, fucking that Frogan bitch, all of them. Let them actually feel some consequences for some actions. The same way that they claim other people should face consequences for their actions. Stop being nice about it. Stop doing this whole thing. I believe in free speech. Well, they don't. Everybody should play by their own fucking rules. Hamas Piker is the most annoying piece of shit word I've ever heard of. Okay, we got some stuff. But again, this is what the fucking bullshit propaganda from these people is leading to. Like outright hatred of the Jews. Outright hatred of them. Support for fucking Hitler. And all these people talk about like, Nazis and everything are so bad, but I mean, look what it's led to. Let's talk about another person that stands hand in hand with Hamas Piker. The Tate brothers. I saw this from Willie Mack. This is from like a week ago, and it's still funny as shit. Like the interaction. Just in the UN Special Rapporteur for Human Rights in Palestine, we're horrified by what is happening, and we call for a truce. And Ben Shapiro goes, and they can fuck right off. Mr. Tough Guy, let me assure you, as someone who has done his own fighting as opposed to excitedly encouraging others to do it for him while sitting at home on a comfy armchair, peace is always worth a conversation. Fucking Andrew Tate, I swear to God. Let me assure you, as someone who has not pimped women and bragged about it, that morality requires that those who rape women and kidnap children must be eradicated, not negotiated with. I mean, like, dude, it was funny. It was funny. It was absolutely funny. And then it goes,
to be honest, I would love to see those two fight each other.
No, we got Tristan Tate, little bro's jumping in. A Jewish man speaking of the eradication of a race of people. And this is what I mean. Like, you can sit there and make a claim about Hamas and they'll immediately say, you want to do it all, Palestinians. So shut the fuck up. 2023 is a scary time to be alive. I wonder how many of the women and kids who are soon to be obliterated kidnapped or raped anybody. My guess is 0. This is nihilistic and evil. The Tate brothers are Muslim. So they're hardcore.
Yeah. Did you not realize that?
With respect, he clearly says those who rape women and kidnap children should be eradicated. And Rob jumps in. Something that the Tate brothers take personal exception to. Rape, kidnap, traffic. Oops. Bro, got him. Bro, got him.
See, yeah, this is why I would have loved to see Andrew Tate or his brother just fight Hasan Piker, just to see those two pieces of shit, fight each other. My money would be on Tate, though, because, he seems like a better fighter. But Hasan seems like a pussy.
This honestly isn't that bad. It's just like the level of denialism people on the left are in right now is actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I have Palestinian LGBTQ friends. I've been to gay clubs in the Middle East. There's a great deal of homophobia, but it's not, you wouldn't survive level in many places, including Palestine. Exactly. LGBT people are much safer in Gaza than Florida or Texas, for instance. These people are fucking delusional. You know what's really funny? There's a clip, and I didn't pull it up. We could probably go find it, but it's a guy at one of these Palestinian rallies, and he's like a well-known Palestinian like TikToker or social media guy, and he's filming the people with the Queers for Palestine flag, and he's making like derogatory gestures towards them and laughing at them because he fucking knows. Everybody fucking knows what would happen in Palestine. But these fuckers are like, well, actually, it's safe. Bro, you have like actual like out and out fucking gay clubs. Like I've been to gay clubs in the Middle East. They're secret and they're hidden. And if the police catch you in one, they'll fucking murder you. Bro, didn't they murder that? They in fucking what was it, Qatar, I think? They murdered a journalist, like an ESPN journalist or whoever, who went to a game wearing a pride shirt, and like he got dead the very next day. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Are
you remember the one I'm talking about, right?
Wait, the one from Qatar last year?
Yeah, Qatar.
Yeah, during the World Cup, yeah.
Yeah, they fucking murdered that guy. Like, fuck.
So I was like, yeah, that was fun. That's why I doubt there's any gay.
The level of denial coming from leftists, it's over 9,000.
Like shit.
Bro, like this one. This is a special level of fucking denial.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck? I'll laugh anyway.
Oh, that's the best clip to basically represent that.
Yeah, I mean, right?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's like, why are you supporting people that would probably kill you if they knew you about your sexuality?
Well,
I don't get it.
They are in full-throated fucking denial of what is going on, right? They're like, this is the thing. And it happened in Dearborn, Michigan, right? A bunch of gay people supported the Muslims coming to the community and gained the position of council on the leadership and everything. And the first thing they did was say, no more flying the pride flag. And they all got butthurt and offended. And I was like, these people, these Muslims are not fucking liberals. They're not. They don't support you. You can sit there and say, I did all these things for you. It's against our fucking faith. It is against our fucking faith. And listen, I don't really have issues with gay people, but people from the Middle East do. They do.
Yeah.
There's no getting around it. You need to get over it. You need to fucking understand it. And maybe if you dealt with it honestly, instead of shoving your heads and your hands up your own asses, you could actually address where the problem is. But you refuse to do it. You sit there and you pretend fucking Florida, Miami fucking Florida is more homophobic than fucking Gaza Strip. Like,
Yeah, that's really stretching it.
I love your courage and humanity regarding this, Crow. Speak, brother, speak. This shit needs to be called out by everyone. Bro, like, listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I love you for this. You're the one Palestinian stands out above all the others.
No, like I have people like call me a fucking race traitor and shit, and be like, "Oh, like the first guy, like I don't know."
That's stupid.
But I'm just like, no, man. Look, I don't want my people to die. I don't want my people to die meaningless fucking deaths. It doesn't mean anything to me. Listen, the Palestinian people will live even if they don't control fucking Jerusalem. The Palestinian people will survive even if they don't control one specific spot of land. They can thrive anywhere because they're a tough and resilient people. What they're not going to survive is a battle in which they are outgunned literally 10,000 to fucking 1. The only reason why they have not been wiped out is because the enemy that they want to kill and murder and see fucking eradicated are being merciful. And like, the problem is you say that to someone left, they're like, no, Israel's genocidal. They've been torturing those people. I'm like, bro, if that was true, the population of the people in Gaza would not have gone up by more than fucking triple since the Israelis took over. That's not how you genocide people, you fucking morons. It would have gone down, not exploded.
Mm-hmm.
But like, again, no brain power whatsoever.
No,
Anyways,
none at all.
By the way, guys, you know, when they say it's an open air prison, listen, Gaza Strip, it's not like a beautiful place, but it's like New Jersey. No. It's like New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play some videos. Okay, Blue Beach Resort in Gaza.
What the? Is that even real?
Yes, this is before the airstrikes and everything.
Oh yeah, and then Hamas just went in and had to ruin it for everyone.
I'm not saying, like, here's the thing. I'm not saying this place is great, okay?
No, it's not. At least it looks nice, and people are living peacefully. That's the funny part. It looks like at least people are just they're just there living peacefully.
They
and here's the funny thing.
But hold on. They're capable of living peacefully. Okay? They're capable of living peacefully. But you keep ginning these people up and telling they're justified in murdering themselves to fight to go into the fucking meat grinder. Like, look at what they built in this shitty fucking spot of land. It's not awful. It's not terrible.
No. It's peaceful. It looks nice and decent to live in.
But they act like this area is like scum and garbage and trash. This motherfucker's using a fucking GoPro.
Yeah. And the worst part is too, I remember before all this happened, I was hearing things like beforehand.
This is the hotel in Gaza, by the way.
Wow, it actually looks nice. They were telling me.
I mean, look, it looks okay. It's not the worst place in the fucking world. It's not the worst place in the fucking world. There's more videos, by the way.
Yeah, it's funny because they have all the they've been given resources to make it a nice place, and look what they did with it.
Hold on. Capitol Mall, top pick. Somebody was calling like an open air prison, so someone showed them all of these fucking places, and they're like, "Well, just because they have shopping malls doesn't." I'm like, bro, it means that it's not an open air fucking prison where they're being tortured on a daily basis. Just shut the fuck up and stop saying that. Is it the best place in the fucking world? Obviously not. But stop fucking lying about what the land is. They are more than capable of living there, of building something there, of building a home there. There are close to 2 million people that live there. Take Hamas out of fucking power. Stop supporting them. And like, look, at this point, I'm not lying. I don't trust the IDF. I don't trust Israel.
I mean, I don't blame you there.
Actually, I really don't. But I would trust them to take ownership of Gaza more than the fucking terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, the funny thing is they don't mention this, but before all this happened, correct me if I'm wrong, I was told this, Israel was at least trying to give resources to the people in Gaza. That's the worst part.
Well, they stopped. They stopped because everything you give to the people of Gaza, Hamas takes.
Yeah. And look what they did with it.
It's
sad. These guys tried to help you, and what is your thank you? You decided to
this is all in Gaza City.
Yeah.
That's the mall in Gaza City.
And it actually looks nice.
It's a nice mall. It actually is a nice mall.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, this isn't the greatest place in the fucking world, but it's not like fucking torture.
Dude, it's not torture. It actually looks like a decently nice looking city.
It was.
Yeah. Until Hamas has fucked it up for everyone. No, I'm not. To be honest, I'll probably shop there too.
I would visit
if it was still intact. Yeah.
I would visit if it wasn't fucking ashes and fucking piles of shit now.
Oh, Bell's asking an important question here in the chat. Would you rather live in Gaza or Detroit?
Fucking Gaza. I'm being serious. If Hamas didn't exist, I would fucking live in Gaza.
Oh, really?
Fuck Detroit. I think Gaza is a nicer area than Detroit is because they have a fucking beach.
Oh, true. You think Detroit's that shitty?
No, I know Detroit's that shitty. Listen, Gaza is like an upgraded New Jersey before the terror attacks.
Wow.
The news only shows basic, even muddy constructions. No idea they had them. Dude, most people have no idea of how of like the actual structures that existed in Gaza. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of this place has been fucking bombed at this point. Okay? Mm-hmm. But this was like months before Hamas carried out this massive terror attack. Mine is Zircon. Thank you for the super chat. Stop, Crow. I'd rather live in Gaza and destroy Historian.
Dude, thank God I've never been to Detroit then, because I knew it's like one of the worst cities in the country, but I didn't think it'd be that bad.
No, this is what I mean. Like, people do not understand. Gaza was not an awful fucking place. It could be better. Okay, they could have better water. They could have better power. But people are like acting like this is a fifth world fucking country without functioning fucking plumbing.
Well, here's the thing. That's what I always look at. When I look at these Middle Eastern countries, it's like, do they look third world most of the time? No. Why? But when it becomes third world, why do you think that is?
Well, here's the thing. There are really bad areas of Gaza, but there's also really good areas of Gaza. The goal would be to make them all look like Gaza City, but you can't do it because of the way Hamas operates out of there. And before it was Hamas, it was some other shitty fucking dictatorship. It's always been bad. But like, you're capable of building something nice. You're capable of living good lives. But you're obsessed. You're obsessed with taking back land that doesn't belong to you because you feel like it belongs to you.
And you're saying that as someone who's half Palestinian too, knowing the history.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You have people over here who are convinced that these people live in fucking shitty little mud huts, who don't have fucking food, who drink like fucking poison water, who are being tortured every fucking day in their open air fucking prisons, and the IDF picks them off for fun. Like, they don't understand at all. The problem right now is Hamas. When you praise Hamas, when you support Hamas, when you donate millions of dollars to the Palestinians, knowing it's going to go to Hamas, you are only preventing them from actually living good lives. You are hastening their fucking deaths every fucking time. RoboCop makes Detroit look better than it is. You're right.
Yeah, definitely. Even the androids in Detroit become human.
The media made it out that looked like Israel turned the hospital into a parking lot, but it actually was a parking lot the whole time. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
The Hamas or Islamic Jihad, I don't really care. They're the same fucking shit. They fired a rocket. They fired a bunch of rockets. One of them misfired, okay? The rockets that they fire are handcrafted. They have a high rate of failure compared to like your traditional weaponry that the US would use or that fucking Israel would use. One of the rockets malfunctioned, misfired, landed in the parking lot, exploded. It didn't kill 500 fucking people. It didn't clear it. I don't even think it cleared even like a fifth of that. I think maybe at most, maybe 10 people if they were all stacked up close to the explosion. And that's it. And Hamas lied about it. And all the fucking jackasses who went out there declaring it was clearly Israel, had to have multiple videos, which they denied were the actual rocket strikes. You had to have fucking the Al Jazeera newscast, which they fucking denied and said the timing didn't match. You had to have geolocation data from an actual reputable source who they had to lie and claim was Zionist propaganda from a pro-Zionist outlet. Then you had to have the fucking audio tapes of intercepted conversations between the fucking jihadi bastards, which they lied. You had a bunch of white people who don't speak the fucking language going, that's clearly Egyptian dialect. Fuck a dick. Then after multiple people come forward and be like, dude, no, listen, it really is. Now they're going, well, it isn't conclusive. I need to wait for the UN to do a third-party visit. Shut the fuck up. Anyone saying that at this point, literally, tell them to go get fucked by a goat. Specifically by a goat. Don't use another animal. Call them fucking goat fuckers and tell them to go get fucked by a fucking goat. Fucking goat fuckers. Swear to God, Hamas Piker and his fucking band of merry fucking retards. Oh my God. Anyways, this is what Hamas Piker actively destroys from happening. It's okay. They don't like capitalism. This is all capitalism, right? Fucking Snapchat and fucking iPhones.
Well, to be fair, what kind of extremists don't like capitalism?
Good job, guys. I want to say thank you for the fucking lefties, right? What I love is, right, this person posts this, right? People that say Gaza is an open-air prison need to remember that you can look at Snapchat and verify that is totally untrue. Oh, well, look at what just happened now that there was a terrorist attack. Look at what Israel's doing to Palestine. They want to genocide them. Brains are mashed fucking potatoes, okay? Their brains are mashed fucking potatoes. They cannot think past their own stupid fucking propaganda. No pride. No pride at all. This is what's left now. And they want to sit there and blame Israel. I blame fucking Hamas. Those cities, those nice fucking malls, those nice fucking resorts, those places where people could live and build a fucking life and work, all destroyed. Eviscerated, fucking destroyed, because Hamas cannot stand the idea of the Jews being in power there. That's what was taken. That's what was destroyed. And now every Palestinian is going to die a very slow, protracted death. It's going to happen that way. They'll have fucking nothing even if they do survive. And the fucking brain-damaged jackasses over here are going to scream and shout, oh, Hamas freedom fighters! Yeah, guys, free Palestine! For what? For fucking what? So this is literally the definition of burning the fucking world down so you can play fucking King of the Ashes. Brain-damaged fucking bastards. Okay. Okay, I gotta talk to you about this one. This is like insane fucking Israeli shit. Okay, because I'm not gonna let anyone off the hook. The craziest thing to come out of the Israel Hamas conflict is this YouTube Kids ad. Have you seen this shit?
There's a Kids ad about this?
Have you seen this shit?
I have not.
They bought YouTube. They bought ads on YouTube Kids. Okay, for like really young kids. They can't read any of this shit. But look at this, man. Look at this. Is this a real question, Mr. Alex? Because we've been talking for like 2 fucking hours, and I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell if you're being serious. How does this whole thing start? Well, let's see. There was World War I. The people that lived there betrayed the Ottoman Empire under the promise that British would give them the land to rule for themselves, and so they do that. But then England doesn't just give them control of the land. They have a fucking mandate. And then World War II happens, and you see the Europeans don't want any of those dirty Jews that they don't like because they blame them for fucking the entirety of World War II, the same way Hitler was blaming them for everything bad in fucking Germany and shit. And they say, oh, let's sign on to the Zionist movement and shove them over to the fucking Middle East so we don't have to deal with them and we don't have to give them back their fucking homes because most of our fucking lands are fucking destroyed. So they do that. And then they shove them over into where they have the Palestinian people. And they're like, okay, you guys will live together and you'll have 2 fucking governments. And yeah, enjoy. Have fun. This leads to a bunch of civil conflict, a bunch of really nasty civil conflict. It gets really bad. But like, if we're being completely honest about the history and everything, guess who started trying to wipe out the other side first? It wasn't the Yudin. So anyways, we go from there to a massive conflict. A bunch of the other Arab nations that exist in the area don't like the idea of these fucking filthy European Jewish people coming into their lands. And they agree to help the Palestinians, wipe all those fuckers out the minute England says, hey, we actually don't want to be involved in any of this. And so the U.S. says, hey, wow, this would be a great time to pick a side and have a key strategic ally in the region. So they support Team Israel. So Team USA and Team Israel get into a conflict known as the 6 Days War. 6 Days War is called the 6 Days War because A, the U.S. had a far, far, far better military at this point than any of these other nations did. And B, none of the other Arab nations actually gave a shit. Like, they didn't like the idea of Jewish people building up an empire in their Middle Eastern Muslim lands. But also, they didn't want to go fucking die for the Palestinians. So then a bunch of the Palestinians flee the area. A lot of them stay in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip and everything, but many flee to like fucking Jordan, flee to Lebanon, go to Kuwait and everything. And the Jordanians and the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, team up, join together, and they say, hey, we're going to repel the Israeli forces from the West Bank. They team up together, and about this, I want to say we're in about the 60s or something around right now. Israel becomes Israel, like has the land, it's theirs, they control it. And the Palestinian Liberation Organization, which is about liberating Palestine, decides, hey, it'll be a great idea. Fuck that. We can just take over Jordan. So they build up an army, they amass forces, they take over entire neighborhoods, and they tell the king of Jordan, hey, you fucking fat bastard, we rule the land now, give us power, this is new Palestine. And so the king of Jordan says, hey, you motherfuckers, I took you in, you're fucking refugees, I took you in because you needed help. You're not gonna try to throw me out of my own fucking kingdom? And they go, yeah, bitch. And they try to assassinate him twice. Doesn't work. Fucking Black September. Fucking horrid story. A lot of Palestinians get fucking exiled. The ones that stay there become second-class citizens to the fucking people of Jordan because, again, their people did just try to throw over the fucking government. It's not like it is over here. Everything's pretty prejudiced in the Middle East. Then I want to say it's about the 80s when the PLO moves over to where fucking Kuwait is, and they go, hey, people of Kuwait, we couldn't take over Jordan, but why don't we just take over Kuwait now? And well, that didn't really work. And they realized, hey, if we go to open warfare, we're going to get our asses kicked. So instead, they start cheering on the invasion of fucking Saddam Hussein. So when the Iraqi forces come into fucking Kuwait, they're cheering the fucking Iraqis on instead of the people that took them in. Iraq told them to go fucking suck a dick. They didn't want any fucking Palestinians. The Kuwait took them in and fucking, how'd they repay them? By joining the fucking Iraqis, wearing their fucking army uniforms and murdering the people of Kuwait and fucking looting everything in fucking Kuwait. So this leads to about a 1 to 2 week period in which the total population of the Palestinians was about 200,000 people, dwindled down to like almost practically zero because they all got kicked out. So anyways, now we're what? We're in the like 90s, 2000s. PLO's really fucked up at this point. I think there's some truth to this story that that Israel was responsible for kind of like, you know, ginning up Hamas because they felt like this younger fucking terrorist organization would be better than the other maniac terrorist organization that had just tried to overthrow 3 countries in the Middle East. I forgot to talk to you about Lebanon. And that idea. Israel wants literally fuck all to do with Gaza Strip, okay? Literally wants nothing to do with it. So they try to give it to Egypt, and Egypt's like, fuck no, we're not fucking brain damaged like you bitches are. And so they say, go eat a dick. We're not touching that mess. We don't want the land. We don't want the people. We saw what they did in Jordan. We saw what they did in Lebanon. We saw what they did in Kuwait. We're not doing that in Egypt. Egypt has enough problems. And so then Israel's like, listen, building fucking places in Gaza is a bad idea because the terrorists live over there and there's a ton of conflict. So instead, we're going to pull out of Gaza Strip. The people of fucking Gaza can elect their own government and they elect fucking Hamas. And well, we kind of see where that leads to. Because they've had no other elections. Hamas has taken every bit of infrastructure they can rip out of the fucking ground and turn it into fucking weapons. They take every bit of financial aid that gets sent into the region. And don't get me wrong, some of the areas, like Gaza Strip is not that bad, or Gaza City isn't that bad. But like they pulled the fucking pipes out of the ground that was meant to give them clean water, poison the water supply so they can build fucking rockets and fire them into fucking Israel. And by the way, look, I know I'm like glossing over a ton of shit, like all the times that all the terror groups were like launching rockets or throwing stones into Israel and how Israel would retaliate with much more brutal fucking force and shit. But again, retaliation, not just going in and saying like, ha ha, we want to murder all the people there because we're evil Jews. Yeah, and this whole idea about them wanting to be fucking genocide and shit. Well, again, you kind of like avoid the whole part of like, the fact that the population size in Gaza has like quintupled, not dwindled, since the Israelis have taken over. So like they're doing a really piss poor job of this really slow and sure genocide that you fucking idiots think they're fucking doing. And B, oh, no, where was it going with that? Yeah, it's not genocide, you fucking idiots. So anyways, now we're at this point, okay, where Hamas, for like 2 years, which they've been giving interviews bragging about this shit, pretended that they didn't actually care about wiping out those dirty Jews anymore. They actually wanted to just rule the people of Gaza, build up the fucking society of Gaza, be in peace in Gaza. And they admitted that was all a fucking lie. We were lulling those Jews into a false sense of security so that when we attacked, they would never see it fucking coming. And that's what they fucking did. And they killed about like 1,000 plus fucking people all in the course of about a day. And then during that fucking day, they raped a bunch of women. They killed a bunch of fucking babies. People here denied that happened. It did happen. And then they took hostages, including children, including women, including men, including the elderly, dragged them back to fucking Gaza. And when the Israelis said, give us our people back, they said, fuck you. And so then the IDF starts attacking Gaza, and they're like, whoa, ceasefire. Let's have peace now. And now the IDF is saying, hey, give us the hostages back. And surrender all these Hamas people who just committed this big fucking brutal terrorist attack, which again, proportionality is about 30 times the size of 9/11, given the population of people in Israel. And they're saying no. And dipshit fucking retards like Hamas Piker are sitting there raising $1 million to aid the Palestinian people when the fucking government of fucking Gaza is fucking Hamas. So who does the money go through? It goes through fucking Hamas. You just raised $1 million for a fucking terrorist organization. But you get to put a smile on your face and say, it was for aid. Idiots. So now we're at the point where everyone in Gaza is probably going to die a very slow and brutal fucking death. Everything they built is being completely fucking demolished. And people over here are convinced that they're really good, wholesome fucking people because they're standing on the side of the oppressed while at the same time pushing them off of a fucking cliff. So I think that kind of summarizes a very, very brief history of the region. And yeah, I know I'm ignoring fucking Ariel Sharon and fucking Netanyahu and all that other shit. But again, there's no clean hands here. There's no clean hands here. If I want to be really childish, we can just go with who started it. But again, if you want the fighting to fucking stop, I'll give you 3 simple solutions. 1, people over here really need to stop fucking supporting fucking Hamas. Okay, you brain damaged, brain addled fucking piglets. Stop supporting fucking terrorism. Stop calling for a fucking extermination of fucking Jews and tearing down posters of the fucking Israelis who were captured and fucking going to rallies where you're cheering on the fucking terror attacks and fucking go to places where they're screaming gas the fucking Jews and shit or burning down Jewish dormitory. We haven't even gotten to that story yet. 2, the people of Gaza actually need to take a stand against Hamas, which, listen, I'm going to be honest, that's probably the most difficult thing because A, they don't trust the Israelis, and B, Hamas will fucking turn on them because they've done it. They've done it plenty of times in the past. They straight up executed 2 people because they were talking to the IDF. Did it in public. Yeah. And 3, you need to stop raising fucking money to send to fucking Palestinians. And that might seem like contradictory. Because, well, don't you care about the Palestinians? Don't you want them better lives? Yeah, I do. But see, I'm not brain damaged. And I know that any fucking money that goes into the Palestinian government's hands goes directly to Hamas. Because guess who's the elected government of fucking Gaza? Seriously. It's a very easy question. There's 2 choices. 1 is nobody. The other is the terrorist fucking goat fuckers who just fucked over a fucking country. 2 of them. No, Alex is cool. Right, Alex? Alex is okay. Alex said he was in here for 30 minutes. I figured I'd give him the brief rundown because he didn't get to watch the video from the Saudi guy that was going into really deep history of the Palestinian people. But anyway, listen, here's my problem. People go oh, Mia Khalifa was supporting terrorism. Mia Khalifa was engagement farming off of the terrorism. And I've seen a lot of people do that. They know where the general public on Twitter is. They know who's the most engaged in these conversations. And they're just appealing to those fucking nitwits.
Yeah, and look what happened there.
Yeah, she got fired by fucking Playboy. That was fucking hilarious.
And one of the CEOs she was collaborating with was yeah, after seeing that, we're cutting all ties with her.
I mean, dude, that was hilarious. There was a bullshit troll, and they were they're gonna take the money they didn't pay her and donate it to the Israeli people. And I was well, 1, you can't do that, but 2, it'd be fucking hilarious if you did do that. Chank's nephew is an idiot that loves Terry's. Listen. Chank's nephew, Hamas Piker, is a propagandist of the Hamas terrorist regime. That's it. But thank you for the super chat. Alex goes, no, I'm okay. I hate war as much as the other guy, and people tend to forget this shit is. Thank you, Alex. Alex, number 1. Alex is number 1. In war, nobody wins. Somebody fucking gets it.
Ain't that the truth?
Somebody fucking gets it. Nobody's gonna win.
No. Whoever wins in war, no one.
Nobody is going to win this. Okay. Here's the thing. The Israelis have already lost. And let me be clear about why. One, their peace agreements with the Saudis has probably been completely crushed for like another few decades. They were very close. That's done with. The people that were killed are not coming back, and their hostages that were taken are probably already dead. That's it. There's no coming back from any of that. Israel has already lost. The people of Gaza, everything that they've spent the past couple decades building, like building that city into something that was actually nice to live in, that's all been destroyed. There's no coming back from that. And I guarantee you, the Israelis are never going to let them build anything there. And you might say, well, that means it's apartheid. Or no.
Oh,
they're never going to let them do it because they allowed terrorists to honeycomb themselves into the region. And they're never going to let that happen again.
Because why? Look what happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Hamas openly admitted that they were just pretending to run the country. And in reality, they were just plotting this big terror attack. So, no, nobody wins. Hamas, do they win? I mean, they might. They want to die anyways, so I guess they're the big winners in this.
They successfully caused much more divide in the world because of them. There's a lot more raising anti-Semitic and Islamophobia because of their actions.
I mean, there's a lot more anti-Semitism because of their actions.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying there's also a lot more Islamophobia because of that, too. That's what I'm just trying to say.
Mighty Zircon, thank you for the super chat. Mia should stick to mouthful of BBCs. Listen, man, I was saying this when she got fired by Playboy for that whole stunt. She should just get another hijab because she's getting fucked hard right now.
Very.
Okay, all right. So guys, wait. You're gonna love this. Because we gotta shit on the Israelis a little bit too. This is a YouTube Kids ad. Okay, Israel bought ads on YouTube Kids, and here it's a fluffy. It's a bunch of unicorns going through like rainbow clouds and everything. Doesn't this look wholesome? Right, Vic? Wholesome, right? Good times. And they go, we know you.
Read this.
We know that your child cannot read this. 40 infants were murdered! Can you imagine that shit? You're like laying down in bed with your kid, right? And it's playing this ad. It's got this like happy fucking music and shit. All of a sudden, 40 infants were murdered in Israel by the Hamas terrorists. I swear, that's just the most wild fucking thing to come out of this.
Man, that's an insult to my limited intelligence.
Bro, that shit was fucking great. That shit was fucking great. Okay, what do we got? Okay, this I probably can't play it because you know how YouTube is with this shit. But I will pause it and we'll just kind of like go through. This is a convoy Hamas was claiming was blown up by an Israeli airstrike. This is preceding the bombing of the hospital. And this is why I knew that it was fucking Hamas that did this shit, right? So let's
Jesus.
Hold on. They claimed an Israeli airstrike hit this car. Do you know what the problem with that is? Nothing drops on the car, okay? It explodes from the ground up.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like no missiles hit it at all.
Yeah, here, I'll go full better
That
screen.
shit looks like it was a rigged. Shit was probably rigged. Was a bomb, maybe.
Either one of two things happened. It was either intentionally exploded or they tripped their own landmine. But they exploded themselves and they immediately blamed Israel. And fucking dipshits over here started screaming, oh no, look, they just blew up a convoy of people retreating. This is what Israel wants to do. Genocide. And I'm like, bro, fuck off. Like, I can't. I can't, man. I fucking can't. I hate propaganda. This is disgusting. What the fuck, Israel? Minor Zircon. Dude, that kid's video is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
You know what the funny thing is? That's the kind of shit you would probably see I kid you not, my Israeli boss told me the kind of questions they would put in Israeli textbooks in school.
Oh no, I
Asking
believe
things
it.
like, yeah. And
No,
when you
because
told me
they
that,
do.
I was like, yeah, they do. But when you gave me an example of one, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, they're big on like nationalistic pride and everything. Okay,
I was like,
so
this is really fucked if that's a then again, Israel's always, you know.
yeah. Oh my
Has
god.
to be
Okay.
on.
Well, I gotta show you this, and I gotta play the video by them like turning the water pipes into fucking rockets and shit. But this is the funniest thing to me, okay? Because this is what I mean by like actions and consequences and everything. Okay, group of students get together and they're like, "Hey, Israel's responsible for all of it. Israel's the reason why all of this happened." And these like 30 student groups come together, write this letter, condemn Israel for the terror attacks that took place against Israel. And a bunch of people were like from Harvard going, "Hey, no, listen, we didn't even know that letter was going out. We didn't even know what the letter said. We're just part of these organizations and shit." So then they started complaining that they were being harassed and it wasn't fair to stalk them or post their names, and they shouldn't lose jobs.
Weren't you doing the same things to people trying to support Israel?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I was like, didn't you bitches sign on board for all of that shit? Didn't a guy get like kicked out of fucking Harvard because when he was 14, he sent some text messages that used the N-word? Like, what do you mean these were private? What do you mean you didn't know what you were saying? You held a 14-year-old accountable for the shit that came out of his mouth. You people are fucking adults. So then,
by your bitch ass standards, that shit was horrible.
So then they get this truck and they drive it around campus, displaying the names and faces of everybody that signed on board for that letter. And they're all freaking out because all of these big fucking companies all know exactly what these people think. And they're terrified. Because now they're actually facing some consequences. Now they're facing some consequences. And then they're like, I don't like consequences. I don't want to have to face consequences. I'm just like, man, that's some fucked up shit. That's some fucked up shit. But it is funny. Israel, Illinois is responsible, right? Yes. Listen. We got to talk about fucking Illinois. Fucking Israelis in Illinois. Shit, man.
What's going on there?
I guess they renamed a town to support Israel in Illinois.
What?
I'm just fucking with you, dude. It's just a place called Israel. There's a new Palestine here in Indiana. It's funny. It's like all
I think you mentioned that before
there
too.
It's all white people living there, and they're like hardcore fucking like, you know, old school white. The digital truck says Harvard's leading anti-Semites and named the 34 students who claimed Israel was entirely responsible for the Hamas attacks. Harvard got fucked, man. Harvard got real fucked.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of Jewish people in that little Harvard were not happy about that.
Okay, wait, I gotta play this one. You're gonna love this. This is a video of Hamas.
Is this propaganda?
Yes. I mean, this is okay. Listen, we gotta be real, okay? These motherfuckers know how to shoot a video. Okay, they do. This is Hamas pulling the pipes out of the fucking ground to build rockets to fire at Israel. These are the pipes that were giving the people in Gaza clean water. This is why their water is fucking toxic. This is why they can't drink their own fucking water. This is actually the reason why they're so reliant on Israel to deliver them water.
And they were doing that up until now.
Exactly. You destroyed your own water supply so that you could use it to fire weapons at Israel and then became dependent on Israel to give you water. Hamas is like brain damage fucking stupid. Like, watch, they're proud of it. It's a whole propaganda video.
And this is them making the rockets to fire.
Yes.
Yeah, no, those look like the either the end or the starting the both ends of a rocket. Yep. Yeah, look at us being proud, making weapons to disturb the peace.
This is them firing off the drones. This is look. I got naval forces. Okay,
all the rockets and missiles they're building.
This is where their water supply went. This is why they don't have clean water, man. And if you tell anyone on the left this, they start screaming at you, Israel destroyed the water supply. Those pipes didn't matter. It's Israel's fault. I'm just like, man, I don't even know what to say. These motherfuckers filmed a propaganda video for their forces of them destroying their own water supply in order to build rockets. And people over here are in full-blown fucking denial that this ever took place. Man, you gotta admit, it's impressive. It's fucking impressive. East Palestine, Ohio. Yeah, no, there's a new Palestine. There's an East Palestine, Ohio. I don't know where these names came from because I guarantee you the Palestinian people did not sign on board for American cities taking their names. But hey, man, better than Gaza. Better than fucking Gaza right now. Okay. Fucking Allahu Akbar. Fucking Christ, man.
Yelling that while just killing people.
While destroying your water supply.
and killing people.
We're not going to read through this whole article. It's just the headline because we got more stuff we got to bring up. It's almost been 3 hours. Jewish students' dorm room set on fire at Drexel University report. A Jewish student had their dorm room set on fire at a Philadelphia university. The blaze at a Drexel University dorm began 11 p.m. Tuesday in Race Hall, according to campus police. Police found that decorations on students' door were intentionally set on fire. The flames were quickly extinguished by Philadelphia Fire Department. The school is investigating if bias or discrimination was involved, according to a letter from University President John Fry. Fortunately, we were made aware of a distressing situation that included destruction inside one of our residence halls. He wrote, thankfully, no one was injured. We are investigating to determine if bias, discrimination. Yeah, man. I mean, look. This was a week after the attacks. And I'm not pulling up the videos of like high schools. Like there's high schools in San Francisco where they're like running through the halls carrying like fucking Taliban shit and Palestinian shit and Hamas shit, celebrating fucking Hamas and shit. And I'm just like, man, I want bad things to happen to their families. Like, and I'll leave it at that. Because I know it's not the kids. I know the parents are responsible for the fucking kids.
Yeah. I know there's something I wanted to ask you for a while now since you started this stream, because I see it everywhere when it comes to, other stuff regarding this.
Yeah.
What do you think of people that say free Palestine?
I would ask them to define what they mean. Here's the reason why.
They don't know what it means.
No, they'll tell you. Okay, free Palestine means the end of Israel. The end of the occupation, the destruction of Israel. That's what it means, because they were already free in the Gaza Strip. Israel gave control away to the Palestinians of that entire land. That's not what the Palestinian people want. They want Israel. They want the entire nation to be under their rule. So you can't argue, oh, they just want freedom. They had freedom. Was it on the best area of land? No. Did they have the most resources?
Good?
No.
No.
But did they have actual control of themselves and of their own lives? Yes. Like, that's the thing. It's not like Israel was going through the country with armed patrols. Israel tried in 2014 to actually do a ground invasion into Gaza after there was some sort of terror attack against them, right? It wasn't as big as this. Yeah. They found out it was too difficult because Hamas was so ingrained into the structure of the area, and they didn't know what the area actually looked like well enough to actually engage in that assault. They suffered heavy losses. They withdrew. So Israel isn't like investigating the land. Israel is supplying them with fucking aid. They had their freedom. They just didn't have fucking Israel. So I'm done with this like shit where they scream free Palestine. You might not think Gaza Strip is worthy, but they had freedom and they spat in the face of it. Now everything they built is destroyed. Maybe they deserve it. I don't fucking know. But like, enough. It's not free fucking Palestine. It's a Palestinian conquest over lands that do not belong to them. Okay, I got a couple more things I want to go over with you guys. Sorry, I know it's a long story. Like, there's so much of this shit.
I mean, I know. I don't blame you for wanting to cover it because you're someone who's half Palestinian and you feel like it's fucked. And people don't realize how delusional they are when it comes to actually looking at it.
Okay, this is the Mike from PA shit, and I thought it was funny. This motherfucker. So just to be clear about this, Palestinian terrorists tried to fire a rocket at Israel. It fell short and hit a hospital, killing hundreds of Palestinian Arabs. Hamas claimed that it was Israel, and the media immediately ran with Hamas propaganda or whatever. Ben Shapiro, I will wager with you $10,000 that the strike on the hospital will be ruled to be an IDF strike. Will you accept? Okay. Hey, hold on. Let me see if I can find the follow-up to this tweet.
Oh, do you think he deleted it?
No, I think he's got a follow-up to it because I saw it earlier. Here we go. I made a post in really bad taste offering a wager on the conflict. With thousands of lives in the balance, I shouldn't have allowed my anger to get the better of me in the fog of war. I'll be making a $10,000 donation to support aid efforts in Gaza. That money will go straight to fucking Hamas, you fucking brain-damaged idiot. Good fucking job.
Even by your bitch ass standards, that shit was horrible.
They hit a hospital, and you fucking idiot, you just gave them $10,000, which they can use to go make more rockets. Maybe they'll actually hit the hospital, not the parking lot this time. Fucking idiot. Brain damage. Basic, rudimentary level understanding of what's going on in that area. You fucking piece of dog shit. You piece of fucking dog shit. Okay, let's see. What else do we got? Sorry, there's a couple stuff I want to clip out of here just because it's it's getting late. I got to play at least one of these Hasan clips. Again, the hospital, they hit a parking lot. It was Hamas. They hit a parking lot. Hamas claim IDF bombed a hospital and killed 500. We now know it was a missile that misfired and hit a parking lot. Small explosion. At most, maybe 10 people actually died. We don't even know if that number is accurate. I want you to listen to Hasan.
Oh, boy.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. You piece of shit. Yes, it absolutely did. You want to know why I know that? Because they bombed that same hospital 2 days ago. And also on top of that, they told that hospital and 6 other hospitals in the Gaza region to evacuate. You genocidal scumbag. You have no dignity.
Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
This guy, right? This guy just helped raise Hamas $1 million fucking dollars. And he's telling everybody else that they are genocidal maniacs. This guy has openly declared he is a propagandist. And because the messages he propagandizes all come from Hamas, literally, he is a Hamas propagandist who just helped raise $1 million that will go to Hamas after they attack their own hospital. On accident, sure. Like, this is what I love, right? Because I've said, listen, Israel issues out warnings to places before they attack if they know that there are civilians that are in the area. And then I get told by the Hamas fans, no, they don't. No, they don't. They want to commit genocide. No, they don't. And then this bitch goes, they called 6 hospitals and told them to evacuate because they will be doing airstrikes in the region.
Well, Yeah,
I mean,
they told him that because, hey,
I
we're
mean,
gonna give you a heads up. If you don't want to die,
it sounds like it sounds like Israel is warning civilian areas to evacuate so that they don't hit civilians, and that they may still hit civilians because guess what? War, conflict, it happens. It's the most common thing to happen in war. You fucking children, but like, bro, it's too stupid to function. Yeah. Too stupid to function. Okay, he's just like gonna pop off, dude. I fucking love this. This is what I mean. He will not make any money if he actually takes his time to analyze the situation. He is gaining everything off of hardcore propagandizing people with whatever Hamas has to say.
You do not have an ounce of dignity inside of your soul. Terrible that the people died, but I encourage you to look into where Hamas was firing. You piece of you garbage, monstrous scumbag. You garbage, monstrous scumbag. You said IDF didn't bomb the hospital, and then you said it did. But Hamas was firing rockets from it in the same 2-minute time frame. So why did you lie at first? Huh? Why did you lie? How can you live with yourself, you genocidal piece of...
He didn't even say that. Hold on. Let me go back. He didn't even say that. He goes, IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Terrible that the people died, but I encourage you to look into where Hamas was firing rockets right next to the hospital. But then Hamas Piker goes, you just said that they did bomb the hospital. You fucking liar. You fucking liar. Like, his audience is like 12 years fucking old, and they're involving themselves in international foreign politics. It's actually... Oh, shit. Hey, Eddie, dude, thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate the subscription. Just share the stream out later. I'll keep it up.
Yeah, I really don't understand after his comments about 9/11 why people still kept following this degenerate.
Listen, man, people go like, oh, he blamed the U.S. for 9/11. Yeah, he did. He blames Israel for the fucking Hamas terror attacks. His audience are like anti-America, fucking communist, fucking losers, right? That's what they get off on. If he was analyzing these situations and not feeding them the red meat of the evil Zionist empire, they would stop watching him. They'd go watch fucking Frogan, or they'd go watch fucking Vaush because they need their fix. They're fucking junkies for conflict. Majority of his audience must be brain dead to stomach this garbage. Dude, they are. Okay, he went on Piers Morgan. He went on Piers Morgan and got fucking obliterated. Okay? Like, I mean, fucking obliterated. You go onto a fucking news outlet and you go start screaming that you are a propagandist, but it's okay because Piers is a propagandist. Everyone's a propagandist. And like Piers is like, okay, who am I propagandizing for? He goes, well, whoever the media is telling you to, like, I'm just like, bro, fucking Christ. Like, you didn't even think this thought out before you started making the accusation. And it's like, you immediately sided with Hamas. And then you sit there on his show and you go like, I need third-party independent investigations from the UN before I'll believe anything. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm fucking gay. Like, he got yeeted. He got fucking destroyed. And his audience is reposting clips and they're coping so hard, going like, Hamas got him. Oh, look at Hamas. He took down. I'm like, dude, Piers Morgan is not like a great debater. Okay? Like, he's really not. And Hamas got his ass handed to him. Hamas Piker couldn't even stand up to fucking Piers Morgan, and his whole audience is fucking coping like this guy did something. Like, I actually thought it was funny. Like, this is his audience, though, okay? Like, this is the whole thing. Ethan Klein and Hamas can't break up because the minute he does, Ethan Klein's actual natural audience has been infested with fucking Hamas Piker's audience. And if he cuts off contact with Hamas Piker, Hamas's fans are going to fucking start brutalizing Ethan's fans and convincing them to leave.
Yeah. And didn't he already do that with someone else?
Fuck, man. I don't know. The guy's a rat through and through.
You have no evidence. Stop concluding. What is this? What am I looking at? Rip. They lit that fucking thing up. Look at the traces. This one is literally Arma 3. It's fake. It's Arma. Oh, God damn it! What am I looking at with my own 2 eyes? What are you looking at? I have no evidence. Don't
Did
believe
you just play a flashback clip?
No, somebody else did. They clipped it into
wow.
this.
Strike you as a misfire. This will not be verified inevitably further. We've already done the verification. There's already enough,
We've already done the verification.
Evidence to 100% show.
What verification?
Nothing. Nothing. Okay, I made that. Okay, look, I made that bullshit tweet at Destiny today. Okay, because I thought it was funny. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. Just in case you guys like don't understand. Yeah, hold on. Where was it? Okay, let me go back into this one. So I tweeted this at in one of Destiny's replies. I thought it was funny. Okay, that was the only reason why. It's actually 3,900 plus, and over half our children under the age of 10. Source: Hamas. The claim was independently verified by a highly respected news source.
Hasan Piker.
And I threw in Bosch. Independent weapons expert has linked the killings to IDF, but says 3,900 is the low estimate. Fucking dude.
Vaush is a weapons expert? Since when?
Vaush watches the video and he's going like, "Oh, that looks like no missile that I've ever seen. That's definitely not a missile Hamas has ever used." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking fat fuck? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?" Motherfucker became a fucking weapons expert. I swear, dude. I fucking swear. This shit's like fucking great. Like, it's fucking golden. Like, dude, this guy became a fucking weapons expert, and fucking Hamas Piker became the most reliable fucking foreign news analyst. I swear to God. Their audiences, man. Like, I swear. Dude, like, I'll reply to these people, and I'm just like, fucking, if you read my replies to some of their fucking fans, you guys know I don't give a fuck. Like, I got no respect for these fucking people. To me, it's like arguing with someone who's got like a mental handicap. So low key, I'm just insulting the shit out of them when I talk to them, because that's all you can do. If you treat them seriously, you actually pretend they have something serious to say. The most important thing is just to mock them, because like making fun of them, that actually aggravates them. One of Hamas's fans fucking clipped my account today. It's my fault, because I was like, I don't know, I said something like, it's like you've got 2 brain cells struggling for fucking 3rd place. And he goes, "I got 2 more than you." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you only have 1. It's desperately trying to seppuku itself right now." And he fucking reported my tweet for fucking promoting self-harm. And I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that your brain cell should actually fucking kill itself." But like, fuck. Oh, man. Vaush can detect what missiles are used by sound. Shut up. I swear, dude, these people, I swear to fucking God, man, it is actually fucking impressive. It really is. Okay, all right. Okay, we gotta do one more Hamas Piker clip. Let's see here. Well, actually, before that, I love this. Dude, this is what, 3 or 4 years old, and it's still accurate. The wait for facts truther, the immediate concluder. Can't hold his opinions if news facts introduced. Waste time waiting for official reports. Needs a source. Well, based on the evidence so far, reads an entire article and still can't decide. Difficulty concluding. Footage isn't high enough quality for him. Fragile, could be killed with bare hands. Doesn't know exactly who was at fault. Immediate concluder. This is what happened. Proved wrong, but point stands anyways. Has seen a lot of Marvel movies. Instantly forms opinions to fit narrative. Doesn't read past headline before concluding. Doubles down no matter what. Chat, did I say that? Didn't think so. No time to watch footage, so just imagines it. Anyone who criticizes is obsessed with him. Yes. It doesn't matter how old this shit is. It's never going to change. I'm pretty sure this was in response to the fucking Rittenhouse thing. And we're to this day, motherfuckers have learned nothing. Motherfuckers have learned nothing. They convinced themselves that they were right about that, and they're right about this. Fuck, man. It is great. Oh, man. Oh, fucking man, dude. You fucking detect by sound. I swear to God. Okay, hold on.
It's so accurate, though.
Okay, I think this will be the last
I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I have chills. Can I say something? Do we really think Israel would risk lying about this? If there was any doubt they'd get caught red-handed? I'm not saying it wasn't Israel, but if it was, yes. They've done it so many times. And you have no idea that they've done it so many times, which proves that, of course, they're going to do it again. They did this when they sniped a medic, and then they cut her fucking footage. First, they sniped her. First, they said everybody had the weapon. Everyone that we killed had a weapon. Then video footage came out that, no, this was an actual medic who was clearly wearing a medic vest. Then they said, well, she said she was going to be a human shield. They fucking cut her commentary. They cut her statement short to say that she was a human shield for Hamas. That was also a lie. They did this with Shireen Abu Akleh not that long ago, a very famous Palestinian American reporter, a Christian too. They sniped her in the fucking neck. She had a press vest on. They turned around and they said it was Palestinians that sniped her. Then it came out that it wasn't Palestinians that sniped her because it was on fucking camera. They do it all the.
You know what's funny about this is I actually know the second one that he's talking about there. That was a scandal, right? Like it was an actual scandal. But do you know why?
Why?
Because the IDF investigated it and concluded that they were responsible for killing her. And like the person that did it, to my understanding, was actually like relieved of service for it. So I'm like, your proof that Israel does this shit and lies about it to get away with it is that it happened in the past and they admitted to doing it and they took responsibility. That's fucking wild, man. That's fucking wild. That's crazy. It's almost like they weren't trying to cover it up or something. You fucking fuck. You fucking fuck. I swear. Oh man. Oh fucking man. This guy's like special fucking needs. I swear to God.
Fucking time. They have bombed hospitals over and over again. They bombed this exact hospital 2 days ago. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. Chat, please. They bombed this exact hospital 2 days ago. Well, on Saturday, Israel bombs Gaza's only rehab hospital. Staff forced to evacuate, paralyzed after shelling. Mounting evidence of deliberate attacks on Gaza's health workers by the Israeli army. July 21st, 2014. Gaza City, Gaza Strip. Israeli forces fired a tank shell at a hospital in Gaza on Monday, killing at least 4 people and injuring 40 others. It was the third hospital Israel's military struck since launching a ground offensive in Gaza last week. Israel attacks on Gaza left strained healthcare system in tatters from May 21st, 2021. After a ceasefire on Thursday, Palestinians took stock of damage wrought by airstrikes that left doctors dead.
Okay, hold on. After a ceasefire, why was there a ceasefire? Why was there a ceasefire, Hamas? Mr. Hamas Piker, why was there a ceasefire? I thought that they were just indiscriminately bombing hospitals because they wanted to kill all the people there. Why was there a ceasefire? Because usually that would mean that there was like open conflict between two sides for there to be a ceasefire. You fucking brain damaged nitwit. I swear. Oh fuck. Oh my God. Okay, so the big bad Israel that wants to genocide the region is pre-warning places where they're going to do an airstrike, and is making ceasefire agreements. He can't actually report on the entire story. He has to lie. He has to cover it up. Oh man. And
at least 19 healthcare facilities destroyed. Israel has been bombing hospitals. You just never hear about it because I just unpacked it for you. I just showed you why. I just showed you exactly why you never even fucking hear about it.
What do you mean? This is the Intercept. This is the Intercept. What do you pulled up an NBC News article? What do you fucking mean? What do you fucking mean? You never hear about it. You pulled up fucking mainstream media outlets, you fucking... Oh my god. Fucking dingleberry. Jesus fuck, man. Fuck. All right, guys. Okay, I can't. Man. I can't. We're like 3+ hours into the stream, and
Yeah,
I am.
I
like,
mean,
dying.
it was a good thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for all the shit we talked about. At the end of the day, it's just no matter what, it's sad.
Oh, guys, I had a lot of fun with you guys tonight.
Definitely.
Maybe
It was
next
a good thing to talk about this.
Maybe next week we'll have more news to talk about. I guarantee you, it's only going to get worse from here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
promise you, it's only
This
going to
shit's
get
not.
worse.
I can imagine this shit's gonna go on for at least another year.
Oh, dude, 100%, 100%. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next stream and the next videos. I may have one out tomorrow, but I honestly, after tonight, I need to get drunk or something. All right,
I don't
take it
blame
easy.
you. Peace.